Every time I was like, yeah, I want to speak to them, and I say hi, they just immediately hang up.
I always push them. Why are you calling?
That's what happened to me. It's like, wait a second, what do you mean?
Again, I want to be like,
I call you.
I want to get the letter. It's like, oh, we've had your stuff seized at the border, and I want to get my name, Jack Daniels.
You called me, you should have all my name, my address, and everything right now. I need all your.
All right, what's your SIM number? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 987.
Really fun.
I think if you sell like an old person, though, then they might actually do it.
Well, I've had
Don't you say Brad?
I've had it for just half an hour.
The furthest I've ever gotten was I gave him my name as McDonald, and you because it's good. Yeah, I think it is. You're wasting my time.
I've never actually had. I never gave it. You shouldn't have my code on. I have a warrant, so we should have it. I just kept going and going. Like 5, 10 going.
See, I never did the opportunity to. I want to. It's just once. And then I'll start hanging up on it.
Lately, it's just, why'd you call me? Hang up. Why'd you call me? Hang up. They don't give you the opportunity.
She blew that 2 minutes.
Shoppers will die from the propane section.
I like to finally eat now. I do intermittent fasting.
I don't like the meal a day type thing.
Well, you can eat it how much you want in the 8 hours. After you eat 10, 8, 6, if you have stuff ready at 8 o'clock, there's a price for 8 and change.
That's good.
Well,
Plus another force too.
you're only supposed to drink water in that window, but I need
I know if you ever go to
I've actually lost quite a bit of weight. What's the shape?
I think it's smoothie place. If you go up there and get the chunky monkey, banana, peanut butter, peanuts, unsalted, and Greek yogurt.
A little bit. Yeah, so,
And when chocolate milk.
okay, so it feels like healthy.
And then if you go to the gym or something after, it's throwing some like chocolate peanut butter.
I haven't done the gym lately. I started this when I was in high school. When I did eat, I'd have the mystery. All sorry. I'd have an apple or yogurt. I was the heaviest I got was before I started. So 3. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Heaviest I got was 3. Wake up at 100 and walk away. Who knows what my actual weight is? I don't know. Stick my ankle there and walk away.
Fluctuates on a day-to-day basis.
I go overnight and just leg my legs up. By the morning, my ankles they're a little bit bigger because they're always they're not. I probably have 5 to 10 pounds of water. The closest way would be drink early in the morning before you drink any water. You can get anything.
No, but I had a couple of friends who did it, and I was in a lot of classes. It's good, and a lot of people will try it.
Okay. Just because I know they've been talking about it, and Ivan was talking about it a bit there.
Ivan's the teacher liaison or was. So that makes sense. Him in Norton.
I have no idea.
Not Norton. Are you he's set up here?
Why is he that? Rough? PTSD going down that?
So
Starts laughing, so obviously that's pretty bad.
he showed up to finance theory in a formal crush t-shirt, khaki shorts, and socks. And bitch said he had to work. And he makes $170,000 because he directs the retirement fund for Nate's decision making.
That's a great start to finance.
And he was a cranky bastard. And if you didn't know, it was your own fault.
Oh,
I was like,
life crisis.
basically. He had, his youngest was, I think, 8, and his oldest was 6. He knows he's worth a lot of money and is very smart. Because his wife teaches nursing. Teaches nursing at Harvard. He, before he went into teaching, because he didn't like wearing ties, he worked treasury for 18 years.
That's why you just get a clip on.
I saw him wear a collared shirt once, and that was because he was in a meeting with the executive board of Nate and the managing directors of Aimco to deconstruct the 5-year plan for their investment portfolio. More collared shirts, more ties.
Okay, then. You probably were using like lifted untucked and untied.
No, you wore like golf pants and an unbuttoned or untucked button-up shirt.
Okay, well, it's
At least his
halfway
business,
there.
at least he's casual.
His attitude was not casual, but he was.
So I've had Ivan for the stock market sim and financial securities analysis or something like that.
Security valuation?
3381,
Yeah. I had Norton for your intro to investments. 22, whatever.
2281, yeah.
I had him for security valuations because at the time he was the only CFA instructor that was working full time. And then I had him for advanced corporate finance theory and behavioral finance because he was the only instructor he could.
So I don't play Ivan, but like some of the stuff
He's not great when you struggle with something, but he knows what he's talking about.
Like we were doing the stock market simulation, he's just like going off on this like super advanced theories about options and all that. Like, feels a little too advanced for just regular options. Well,
Did he tell you when he made his money at?
Not yet, because it's all been online. So
He made his money writing.
Hello, friends. Back on the commentary here. Daryl Bradley, Jen Baldwin.
Hello. Hello again.
Yeah. We'll be very short words because we know that the camera's a little fuzzy, so we'll pretend we're talking like robots. And stuck. What is this, 1997?
Daryl's doing the robot for anyone that's not here in person right
It was
now.
a bad
It was
impression
really,
of the robot.
it was interesting.
Anyways, here we are, game 9. Taking a
Yes.
quick little look.
So I'm curious who we've got again. So we've got we got Tyler, Robert,
Yes, so our
and Tim. Okay, we're on 27, 28 here. So we're not
27, 28. Tyler, Robert, and Tim. Tyler's in the mix. Tracy Holdsworth, Holly Warner, and Heidi. Heidi's in the mix. So let's just run down the top, say, 10 for the men's
Sure.
division. Derek Holm rolling away, averaging 320. We got Parker Anderson, 286. Tyler Tickett right up behind. Mark Miller, Adam Weber, Gary Baird, Kerry Kreitz, Mike Hirsch, Jason Ives, Tim Wiseman in about 10th place. If we're looking at number of pins, we're 5th place, which is Adam Weber, 22.25, which is 278 average. And he is 64 pins up on 6th place, Gary Baird, and then about 80 pins, 70 pins up on 5 pin leader, Kerry Kreitz. In the ladies' side, we've got Jenna Lamoureux, 280 average, 22.44, 125 pins up on Diane Violini in 2nd place, Bonnie McDonald, Heidi Mapstone, Jennifer Baker. Then you got Megan Clark, Julia Robcove, Tracy Smith, kind of the who's who of the top 10
Yeah.
list isn't there.
So on the feed here, the woman in the mix there is definitely. Did you say Tracy's up there or?
Tracy Holdsworth is, yeah, she's in 8th, 9th.
Right. And Heidi's up there. We said.
Heidi's up there. Heidi's in the mix. She's in 4th right now.
Tyler's in the mix, running into some head pins there. It's looking like. It's just cleaning that up there.
Jenna's got a good one going, though. 182 and 7, although had a double and 5-6, then a head pin
Through the hole.
through the hole.
Oh, so I'm hoping that was through.
Our A5 feed there, we're understanding we know that you can see A5 feed.
Sorry, I'm just helping Daryl fix himself here.
Just a
We're
little
under
bit messy.
control again.
Let's just show us, everybody. Show us what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with here, everybody. Yeah.
Good evening.
Lots of people.
Afternoon. Is it still
Yes.
afternoon?
Yeah,
We've
I
been
think
here all
it's
day.
afternoon. On the A5 feed, you got Derek Holm, right? 136 and 5. Carter Stretch. Mike Hershey's going right now. He had a triple and pitched a 3-pin. Parker has a good game going. Triple, left corner, miss the corner, then it goes a double. Kerry Kreitz says he thought this was the game. Had a triple punch and then a strike in 6, so still got opportunities. So got a 3-something there. Adam Weber's got a punch in 5 for 113 with a strike in 6.
Yes.
Over to the right there, we can see the likes of Shauna's, Kara's, Megan. Shauna's got a little one going. Kara Deering's got a good one going. Diane Violini, 123 and 5 with a spare and 6. Just keeps motoring, right?
Jen Baker having a tough one there.
And Jen Baker was in 5th place.
Yes. Having a tough one. She's got 75, I guess let's say she's got 90 and 6 right now. Not working on any marks.
Mark Miller, we had said, was in 4th place with a 22.58 so far. Stumbling his way a bit right now. He's got 83 and 5 with a miss in 6.
Looks like running into a couple head pins there, if I can see that correctly.
Yes, correct. Not much happening on that set. Gary Baird is 6th place-ish. 21.61, got a ways to go. 153 in 6, though. Tyler Titkat, we got a 115 and 6. But he's got 2 head pins, 3 corner pins, and a strike.
And a strike. One strike, just to keep him in it.
Yeah, just one. But in 6, so 115. So he needs to throw a few strikes. Tim Wiseman's got 83 and 4 with a spare and 5. Starting to sort of wave the white flag.
Yeah, at least he's sparing his corners this game. Again, I was commenting last game. Those corner pin spares are huge.
Just threw a bomb in 6, so Tim's got a strike.
There you go. Parker with a double, 5 and 6, and then had a chop off. Luckily spared it. No chop cherry there. No shirt buy-in for him. Bonnie's still leading. Who's leading in the ladies again? Jenna.
Jenna Lambert is leading.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, Carey gets the double. But looks like he hit a sticky spot for 4 feet to the left. Hey, Gino Zebarth is here.
Gino is in the house.
And Gino is supporting a new facial hair design.
Yes. Just a little goatee.
Little sweet chin music, we'll call that, hey?
Chin music. That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, the sweet chin music.
Derek Holm with a double again.
Ooh,
just
Jen
flying.
Baker, yes. Spared, missed her left corner in 7, so she's sitting 105 in 7th.
I'll keep saying it. Those corner pin spares will make or break a game.
Yikes. Jenna Lamu, right corner in 8.
Adam Weber's up here. Working
Carey
on
Kreitz double.
single.
Derek Holm a double again. Adam needs this one. Adam throws a bomb in 7 for his double.
Making boxes with Carey above him there.
What's that?
Making boxes.
Making boxes. There you go. Squares. I like that. Making boxes. Building bricks. Game 9. 10-game roll-off. Top 5 men. Top 5 ladies. Make it to the step ladder.
Right after this, too, we're going to go ahead.
Unfortunately, we can't see the comments in the comment section. We could, I guess, if we logged in through our devices, but that's the problem, that there's too many devices that are going on here. So we're going to have a little speech to the fans in the crowd that if you don't need your Wi-Fi, get off of it, because all of our fans out in there and wherever you are, Africa
Facebook,
or Asia
YouTube
or
land.
Australia, how far away are you?
Grand Prairie.
PEI. Yeah.
We will
Red
definitely
Deer.
be working on this again. We are going to have to hardwire our internet to have our own internet. So we're going to work on that. So stay with us. We'll have a better situation hopefully for tomorrow. They're doing the best they
Parker
can.
Anderson, strike in 8. Feature
Derek
match.
Holm, too. Derek
the
Holm is
A5
just throwing
feed.
bombs
If you're watching
as well.
the A5 feed, we can commentate that. Maybe watch that instead of, I don't know what you do.
Have the
Keep going
sound.
back and forth. We're telling you what's going on all over the place. Derek Holm with a triple.
He's just rolling and having a good time. He's up here
Yeah.
chatting with his
Yeah.
friends. You know, everyone's just so happy to be
Yeah.
seeing each other. I think, too, is making a huge difference in people's mood.
Kind of looking at like a Calgary trios up there in the men's division, isn't it?
Yeah,
Power.
that tends to happen sometimes. You know,
Red
when
power, yeah,
like when
yeah.
Edmonton's hosting, Calgary tends to do better than. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, so Tyler got a strike here, friends, in 7. He's up now for 8. Obviously had that 115 and 6. Gary Baird's also up over on lane 25. He had a strike in 7. Going for his 8th frame. Jason Ives throws another one. He's been working hard out there today. All right, Tyler into his approach.
Oh, big kick. No. The kick made me feel like it wasn't as good as it should
Head
have been.
pin, there's another curse. Chalk that one on the board. One of the most devastating ones. Although he had a little bit of room to play with, but not a lot. 22.90. He's 130 pins up on Gary Baird, who's in 6th place.
Weber's working his way in there, too. Is he sitting 6? Is that what I'm seeing there?
Weber's sitting 6. So at Weber on the A5, he just
Yeah.
pitched in 8.
Yes.
Big
after a
spare
double.
here,
Yeah.
178 for 208, 298 max.
I'm also going to
Weber.
note that Carey had a turkey there.
Oh, did he
He'll be
now?
enjoying that.
Oh,
yeah.
that's 2
Yeah,
miss
see,
opens for Adam Weber in a game 9.
Yeah.
Not like Adam Weber to do that.
Definitely not.
Carey Kreitz got his triple. Good point, Jen. Tracy
Jenna with aces and 9
Jenna with
there.
aces, 9. Tracy Smith, though, hey, she's got 204 and 7. Strike in 8. Chop off right now in 9. She's up on the lane to go for her chop spare.
Will she get it, folks? Good
She
reach
got
at
the
it there.
spare.
Yep,
She
big
got
spare
the
there.
spare. You saw that.
Adam trying to clean up his 8th frame here. He needs a little help in the end here.
Heidi Mapstone, 20 set lane 27 on your feature feed. She's had the 133 in 5 with a double in 6 and 7.
Yes.
Gary Baird got the double. He's grinding his way in. Robert Tompkins, a couple of mullets out there from GP from the north.
I heard they got perms.
Oh yeah?
They even got perms done to make it a little
Is it,
extra.
They do look a little curly. Wow. That's so grade
Makes it a
10
little
for
more
me.
aerodynamic.
I got a perm in grade
In
grade
grade
12.
10.
Oh yeah, I remember
Okay,
this style.
I think we
This
need
is-
a picture
This
of
was
this.
20 years ago when I had like the hair in the front. But the first few inches, I think I would usually get 3 or 4 curls, 3 or 4 rollers in there.
I
right?
think you need to share a picture
Yeah,
of
that
that.
solution though was terrible when it
Oh,
leaked
the
down your
smell,
face.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
You couldn't shower or wash
Yeah.
your hair for a few days.
All right, Derek Holmes up on A5.
We digress.
Lane 32, triple, going for his ham bone.
Man, throwing
Bomb for his
bombs.
ham bone. There's
Throwing
a ham bone.
Ham bone. He is just rolling today.
All right, Heidi
having a good
Mapstone,
day.
she's over on 27. She's got a double, 7-8, remember. Going for her next one.
Her is.
Oh, my goodness.
Commentator curse.
Another one.
I can chalk it up.
These people are not going to let me talk on the microphone.
I know. Yeah. If they only knew.
Parker, there's another left corner miss.
Yeah. See, making and breaking games.
Hey,
I mean, he's still got
Stepladder.
257.
Parker gets himself to a step ladder. He's going to need to make that. We'll have
Definitely.
to follow that storyline, people.
Yes.
Look at those top 4 scores, though, from the guys. The last game, game 8.
Yep.
383, 333, 361, 303.
You got to throw 300s.
Wow, we
Bottom
said-
line.
Yeah. Okay, Kerry Kreitz, lane 31, got a triple, grinding his way in. He's looking for his own ham bone.
Got a little squeak there. Oh,
Got
weird hit. That was
Yeah.
a weird hit.
Power chop
Yeah.
ish. Julia Robko with the 210 in 9. Little bit outside the top standings. She's going to need a big one. She's about 40 pins away from Jennifer Baker. But remember, Jennifer Baker here, friends, has 135 in 8 with a spare in 9. So she's got a max of 165, 210. And Kerry's missed his spare.
Oh,
But he's
that's not even a chopped
272. He's 272.
That's
But
all right.
remember,
He needs to finish there.
he's 80 points away from Weber, 75 points away from Weber, 100 points away from Miller. How's Mark Miller doing out there? Mark Miller has 126 in 7 with a spare in 8. So he's got max 246. So this is gainers for Kerry on Miller.
Yeah. Tracy Smith making a run at it. Where's she
Yeah,
sitting there?
Tracy Smith, remember, was in about 8th, 9th, just below 8th place, below Julia Robko.
Yep.
So she's got 262 and 9 with
And
the,
she's
with the
working
left
real hard there.
left
She's
corner.
only got
Of
3.
course she is. This
4
is Tracy
strikes.
Smith
You're
we're
right.
talking
You're
about.
right. 4 strikes in that game, all middle hits.
Oh, Adam Weber gets a strike in
Making
9.
spares.
Hey, that's big for him. Adam's grinding his way, right? Didn't count the strike. Change it. Score correction.
Score change. I was telling folks at home that they will see a lot of that. Where
Yeah, corners or
Yeah.
sometimes third balls don't record, right?
Don't trust the scoring system until the end.
So max 292 here for Tracy Smith.
Parker up here as well.
Parker up. He's got 272 and 9, looking for a 317. Throws the
Big
first
strike,
one.
yeah. With the finger point even.
Tim Wiseman is 173 and 7 with a strike in 8. Needs every single one of them. And then still need a monster next one.
Yeah, still one game left to make some moves. Some people here. Tim needs a little finish here over there on 27.
Derek gets the Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yeah. Jenna Lamour, our leader, ends up with a 251. So punched member in 7, counted 7.
Tracy
And
gains a
then
little on her with a 292
And
there.
ninth, she had
Oh,
a
Parker
aces.
with a slimy one gets a.
Diane Violini was below, so Diane's got 198 and 7 with a double in 8-9. So Diane's looking to come gain some sticks on Jenna. She was 120, 130 down. So
There was a couple of short answers I couldn't do it, but like how organizations interact.
Tim with a 12 spare in 9 over there. Seen a couple. Oh, he has 2
Derek Holm with a 6-pack.
6-pack.
And he's got another 346 plus
Jeez.
1.
Again, I said
315, 319, 319, 383, 346, 368, 313, 299.
oh, low game of 299.
No, he had one.
Oh,
the very
sorry.
first game was a 243. Just dipping his feet in. Just dipping his feet in. Again, sorry we can't see any comments if you're commenting right now. We're just kind of freewheeling. Hope you're enjoying the show. I know the qualities on the cameras aren't fantastic, but I hope the commentators even better.
Oh, I'm getting a message that there's no A5 feed. So
Yeah.
again, we'll be working on that
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So hopefully you're enjoying our YouTube feed.
So Parker finishes as a solid 307.
307 Parker.
Oh,
that's
Carrie
nice.
Kreitz punches in 10.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, he spared aces.
He spared aces.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so Julia Robko comes back and bangs out here for a 255.
Derek Holm finishes with a 353. Oh, carry through the hole.
Jennifer Baker going to finish with a 195-ish.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting 10.
Diane goes.
game.
Diane misses in 10. Tyler ends up throwing a strike in 9-10. Goes up. I think he blew a corner.
Yeah. Yeah, corner in the 11th ball there for Tyler.
Victor, I can see, has got a triple, but Victor's a couple of mountains away before the peak.
280 for carries, not that bad. Again,
Yeah.
300s. When the leader's throwing 353s, that makes it a little tough, but
But how many is that going to gain? It's going to tighten things up, especially he's going to gain on Adam, because Adam's the guy that he's chasing. So Adam's got 188 with a strike in 9. Oh, and Adam,
yeah.
who's a really big pitch.
Just seeming like his timing's off
Yeah.
just a touch there.
Yeah. Okay, so that's going to be gainers. Carey's going to get there. So that's going to tighten up a little bit. Mark Miller, let's see what he did. Mark Miller, 126 in 7, 156 in 8, and strike in 9. So Miller's got a max 246. Derek Lewicki had a
373? No, that's Gary Baird.
yeah,
sorry.
Gary Baird 273. Derek Lewicki was 235. Heidi Mapstone punched in 8, spare in 9 for a 205, then a spare in 9.
Yeah.
Tyler finishes with a 224. A little bit of a tight game in
Yeah, that
9, eh? 8 was sure loose. Freewheeling.
Unless you're Derek Holm,
Yeah, unless they're Derek Holm.
then you're just
We
throwing
all want to be
bombs.
Derek Holm.
Yeah.
We all want to be like Big D.
Weber with a tough 10th frame there. 5-5 dash, finishes with a 223. Oh, sorry, there's a score correction. 228. So we're just keeping an eye on. We're just keeping an eye on Mark Miller here. He's finishing. Oh, he's got, looks like 201 and then a double in 10. So he's got one more ball here. So max 246. Heidi's just finishing her 10th frame here as well. Again, it's super nice to see everybody here. If you're not here, I'm glad you're joining us on the live feeds. Again, we're going to get that fixed up for you all for the rest of the weekend. Just have to get Carrie with 5-Pin Universe on that. But again, he's bowling now, so we like to respect our volunteers who are also bowling. Some of us that aren't bowling aren't as versed in fixing things like that. So hang on with us. We'll get it better for sure. So Heidi here threw a corner in 10. So she's got 233. Robert Tompkins with a 260, finished with 3 in a row there on lane 28.
All morning, she was like going around, making jokes and stuff, and we found out
Oh, unfortunately, Heidi doesn't spare that one. So it leaves her with a 248. She's still in the running there. She's sitting 4th. That 248 shouldn't hurt her too bad. Seems like this game's been a bit lower scoring. Again, if you're not Derek Hall. So thanks for joining us. We will be back to go with some commentary for Game 10.
I think we spent up on the 4 hours there. It was fun. The relationship goals right there.
It was fun.
Okay, everyone.
It was nice to go right across from our hotel. So we didn't have to go far.
Literally across the street, like door to door. Yeah.
And a quick comment, if you are on the Bonnie Doon Wi-Fi network, do you mind logging off the Bonnie Doon Wi-Fi network? That'd be great, just the live stream would have a little bit more bandwidth. So if you're using your phone and you're on the Wi-Fi, please disconnect from the Bonnie Doon Wi-Fi. Thanks everyone.
Yes, I sit down.
Yeah, that's a shimmy.
How many times do we
We get there.
I don't think ever actually.
I mean, it's just never the color.
Okay, we're gonna stay here.
With a young lady that watched me.
Squat right here. Kiki. Jen is on 24. Right? Works.
Well, if I don't I'd say it's not working. So.
Okay.
Oh, I'd be the guy that. Great start.
He's so quiet.
So this is like your permanent table?
That's our table. Well, we're watching everyone. It's easier when they're in front, but. We got a place
Number 8 was 4/280. And then jumped down to 76 and then 826, 267. So
Game number 10. Things would have tightened up a little bit, except for the guys at the top. Derek Holm, we know, is going to likely finish first. Well, we know he's going to finish first. He'll do the double life knockout. Plenty of guys battling for the next few spots. And plenty of ladies, too, battling for all their spots. Jenna Lamoureux should have a comfortable margin. We've left the cameras where they are. 2 men's matches going on. So we'll keep you updated what's happening in the ladies. There's just so much traffic out there. We didn't go moving the cameras for this last one. Apologize for all those ladies fans who want to see the ladies matches, but we'll try to keep you updated as much as possible. Kerry Kreitz has got a lucky break in 2 for his spare. Right in front of us, we've got Kreitz, we've got Adam Weber, we've got Parker Anderson, we've got Gary Baird, we've got Mark Miller, we've got Derek Lewicki, we've got Tyler Titgat, Tim Wiseman, even if he tries to throw a big one. Derek Holmes a little bit further away. Lady sides, it looks like we've got Heidi, Jenna, Diane, Bonnie all bowling in the same area, 1 lane apart. Mr. Lynn Howell's back with us soon here.
Can't get it to turn around. Oh, it's flipped that way. Okay.
Might have to move 1 seat over. There you go. Lynn, how are you?
Oh, Daryl, I was just sitting in the chair trying to give my back a break.
I gave you some work. I gave you some work to do to help out here.
Yeah.
Hey, last game, game 10.
Yeah.
Adam Weber starts with a double.
Adam started with a double. That's key. Adam's had a hard time being consistent today. He's thrown enough good shots, but he's struggled on doubles and he's struggled with the 10th frame, and that's just been enough to hold him back a little bit. But he's a veteran. He's been there before.
Yeah.
So I expect good things from him, but that doesn't mean the other people can't do good things as well. What about
Derek Lewicki? Hey, double there.
What about the bowling by Derek Holm today?
Yeah, he's just a monster.
Just amazing. I knew his ball would really work well here. He's won the green and gold here a couple of times, and he's always scored high. But I think he's averaging, was he averaging
325?
320, 325 after 9 games. That's more than a lucky game or two. The man is just good.
Well, we knew somebody was going to shoot over 300. I'm not at all surprised that it's Derek Holm.
Yeah, yeah.
Not at all surprised to see any of those guys up there, to be honest with you.
And look at the ladies. What do we got? The youngest lady in the field.
Yeah.
And second is the oldest and seasoned veteran Diane Violini, who just never stops.
Jennifer
amazing.
Baker, we see in front of us here. She's looking to make a run at it too.
Yeah.
Dip down that last game with a higher 100, but.
Well, it's interesting, it comes down to a good ball at the right time or a bad break at the wrong time, or just so many things
Looks
can
like
change.
Tracy Holdsworth starts with the triple over there. Adam Weber's about to go for, he's started with a double. Kerry Kreitz goes spare strike.
But I just saw Victor throw a strike, but there's people that are like 5'4" standing in front of me and I can't see.
5'4".
Any minute now, we'll probably see some stats come up from this last game. So.
Yeah.
that the last single spot there, Jen?
It is the second to last singles pot.
Oh.
No, sorry, this is the 50-50.
Oh, that's 50-50.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing you know what you're doing over there.
Yeah, very much
I'm
so.
organized chaos right now. I promise.
It looks like I see a Heidi Mapstone had a punch in 1, double in 2, 3.
So Heidi's right there too, eh? She's
Yeah,
4.
she is right there. Well, we got to see the stats for this last game, but I think she had an okay one last one. Jenna Lamoureux, I think, is the lead bowler there. She's got a triple. Oh, a bit of
Yeah, and
runaway for her.
She's up. Jenna's up by 132, so starting with a triple.
Yeah,
I don't
she
think
would
it's
have
gonna-
lost a little bit of sticks in the last
on the
one to
ninth
Diane.
game, yeah.
To Diane, but Tim Wiseman, he starts with the triple.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, there
There's
you
a
go.
triple from him.
Tim need a little help there, I do believe.
Adam
Yeah.
missed. Adam missed. So these guys are going to work right to the end.
Little surprised with Timmy today. I thought he's bowled well in this place before.
Yeah, he's struggled
Bowled
a
well
little
in
bit for
Masters
sure.
tournaments
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and he just
Maybe couldn't get the 4s, 5s, and
he was
even
right
2s, 3s.
there until that 179 game. That really hurt him.
We were talking about that earlier. If that 179 and what game it is that ends up hurting a guy.
Yeah.
Solid strike there from Tyler.
Tyler, yeah.
Ooh, Adam covers his to the outside for the
Just
spare.
barely
So
out.
he's 65 and 2 with the
And
spare.
that ball was halfway down. I wasn't
Jason
sure.
Ives, he's a guy who's worked really hard and got some mojo and energy. He starts with the triple. Almost breaks an ankle coming off the
I
approach.
saw that.
Don't go too far.
Yeah, no, did I pull it right out?
You know, you're good. I thought you did, but it was
Oh
just
no,
we're good.
I got to do it. Have it on this side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lynn was asking about the final side pot for the singles, and it was Derek Holm
Okay.
with that 353, I do believe it was.
Wow.
Yes.
throwing.
Thank you. Here we go. We got some stats. Pick the right guy to do the math.
Oh,
his
come
last
on.
game.
What makes you think I like
we
numbers,
got-
Daryl?
What's the top 5 looking like there, bud?
Well, in the men, we got Derek Holm with 29-12, averaging 323. We got Parker Anderson, averaging 288. Tyler Titcat's third, averaging 279.
So
Mark Miller is
Tyler's 80
278.
points.
And Adam Weber is still fifth at 272. And he is 19 points ahead of Gary Baird.
And
Wow.
Kerry Kreitz.
And Kerry Kreitz
only
is
30 away.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're watching Gary, Kerry, Adam, Miller,
And then who we got? Then we got Mike Hirsch.
Hirsch,
and
he
then
comes
there's
in.
a
And
little
Jason.
bit-
Remember, Jason and I started with a triple here, so
Yeah,
he's going to need a whole bunch.
Yeah. In the women, we got Jenna Lamoureux leading, averaging 277.2. And Diana's 267.2. Bonnie's third at 261. Heidi Mapstone is fourth at 257. And Tracy Smith is fifth at 254.4.
Yeah, we're late.
So Tracy Smith is 26 pins behind fourth, which is Heidi. And Julia Robko is sixth, and she's 22 pins behind Tracy. And then Megan Clark is just behind Julie. It's really close for the women there. Holy smokes.
So Julie's 32 pins, 22 pins away from Tracy Smith.
And the great
Okay.
shooter Jennifer Baker she's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's eighth, but 1, 2, 3, 4, only 43 pins out of fifth. So it's really tight.
There's no name up on there. Yeah.
We've got stats on one of the screens here, and we're missing names. So Don was saying it's keeping people
We're going to
guessing.
keep the sheet close to us, though, here.
Yes.
Okay, so looking further down, remember, Heidi Mapstone had a triple. Looks like she punched in 5 and got a side there. Okay.
Ooh. And
So Megan Clark starts with a 4.
Megan
Remember,
starts with a
Tempo.
4-bagger.
Megan was
She was right there.
51. She's 40 pins out.
Yeah, she's right there.
Good for her, Megan Clark. Kerry Kreitz gets a kickback. Oh, that was a head pin, though.
That-
That was
yeah.
7 count
Yes.
there. So he's 98 at 4. Kreitz needs to run 4 or 5.
Timmy's about to go. He's on a triple here.
Timmy's 23-12, so Timmy's going to need them all, too.
Yeah, it's hard.
Dustin,
It's hard.
Victor,
It's hard when you need a 400.
Yeah.
They can get them, but they just don't come by that often.
Yeah. 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 Nobody needs to know. Diane has 2 left corners, spared them both, strike, and then missed middle, spare.
Reagan.
She just got, so she's okay coming in here.
You know who to give that to,
Shauna.
right?
Shauna's a little
Derek?
further down, so she's not going to get very far.
Go tell mommy. Show mommy.
There's another single spot for Derek Home.
He's won, I want to say 3 or 4 though.
Adam Weber with a strike.
I just lost view of everything. Oh, Dexter was just walking by. I couldn't see.
Tyler tightens up with a little head pin in 4.
Dirk Lewicki started with 3 in a row there as well. Not sure if he's still in the hunt there. You can see the guys in the hunt kind of wander up and peek in.
Adam, you're 5th right now.
Yeah, everybody's checking.
Yeah, and calculating. And
Do you like to watch your scores, Daryl, when it's getting close to the end of a competition?
Probably to a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the one that had my face glued to the board.
Yeah.
When I was up looking at scores. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, every frame I come and look.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tyler's 25-14. So he's 60 pins up on 5th and 80 pins up on Gary, and so 90 pins up on Carrie Craig's. 130 pins up on 6. So
I hate to tell you this, buddy, but it changes every ball.
I know it does. I know it does, but that's after the game. But Tyler, I just said again, he's 71 after 4. Even for a player so seasoned as Tyler, plays in so many big games, there's still got to be nerves and, of course, a little bit of pressure.
I asked him that exact question. I said, you've won so much, right? What's it been, 13 national championships in YBC? It's just amazing stats. But he said he was a little bit nervous coming into this.
Yeah, this is a different story. Now, this is your first Open. Of course, he qualified previously and didn't get the opportunity to play. But this is your first Open actually playing at the event. And so here we have Adam Weber up on lane 30, 95 and 3, strike in 4, going up for the ball in 5.
knows exactly where he's sitting right now. He was up there checking it out.
Yeah, he's full on calculation mode. Carrie Kreitz ahead of him had a strike. Adam throws a strike. Okay, so Diane Violini probably has about a 130 in 6.
Geez, Megan threw another one.
Oh, Megan's got 5 from the gun.
5 from the gun.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Just what you want when you're down in that position.
Absolutely it is.
She's 6th or 7th, I think it was. But like right there.
Yeah. Tracy Smith, who is right in there too, has 80 in the 4th.
Not in a single spot.
Yeah,
Tracy
Megan was
Holdsworth
7th.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Julia Robko now has a double over on far lane, who had 98 at the half with a double in 5-6.
Tim with a good start here. He's got 148 and then a strike in 5 as well.
Ooh, that's a big punch for Gary Baird, isn't it?
Gary, oh yeah.
Gary Baird
Really
had
nice
52 and 3, strike in 4, now punches again in 5, guys.
Wow.
Derek Lewicki, though, he's got a triple right corner spare, and Lewicki was right in the mix.
Parker Anderson, who's up there too, I think he's in the top 3 or 4. He's 102 and 4 and a spare in 5.
Probably start looking, I mean, comfortable where he is and probably now looking to secure his position.
Yeah.
Right? Don't give up your spot. Mark Miller's a guy who's up there. He's in 4th with a 25.02. And Mark Miller's got 68 in 4. Tyler goes up and punches. So a couple of guys in the mix are punching here and sort of leaving the door open.
Tyler's got 81 pins clearance.
Mark Miller's still in the mix here. He's running into some head pins though.
Yeah, he's got the most he's going to have 83 at the half, which certainly isn't going to help him, and he's in 4th.
Looks like Heidi Mapstone too, guys. 146 in 6 with a spare in 7.
And where is Tracy? Can you see Tracy Smith?
Tracy Smith has 80 and 4 with a strike in 5.
Okay, so they're probably pretty close.
Looks like Julia Robko's working on a double there as well.
She is, and
she
just
in
went,
6th,
and she
I think.
just
3
punched.
pin.
I think that's an H. Oh, it's a 3 pin, actually.
Yeah, 3 pin on the double there.
Who was that, Julie?
Julie, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see down there.
It's a ways.
Ooh, Jennifer Baker had 112, so now she's 132 and 5 with a punch. Let's go, Ty. A little support of the Edmonton zone there.
Yeah.
Daryl's also double, Lynn and Daryl both double
Yeah,
duty here. Daryl is our manager for Edmonton.
It's a tough fine line here of over cheering and over supporting. And
Yeah.
as a coach, I mean, you let these guys come back to you and sort of give the nudge here. and
Well,
there.
obviously, you know, cheering for the green team, right?
Yeah,
That's our zone there like that. But I cheer for the game. I just love, I just love what Derek Holm is doing, right?
Well, we
For
see
sure.
so many of these people on so many different weekends of the
Oh,
year.
yeah.
So everybody's very supportive. Sure, certainly the.
We're all friends in the end.
Yes, I'd like to say that we are.
So there's Carey Kreitz, punch again in 6 through the hole, sounding like Kreitz might be
Oh,
through the hole again.
Where's who?
Coming near the end.
Yeah, he's
Mark
he's
Miller's
fourth.
right in the mix
He's
there.
fourth.
Megan's, Megan's up. She's got 5 in a row. Tim Wiseman, let's not forget about him here. He's
Yeah.
getting
Yeah,
out
where
of
is-
the
where is
monster.
Timmy?
He's a little bit lower, but probably 110.
A nice
but
big
there's some
game
guys,
would give him.
there's some
23,
guys struggling
12.
in there. Gary, we know, struggling in there. Adam's got a double, so he's almost going to secure his spot. One more from Adam.
Yeah, Timmy's 131 out of 5th spot, so
Yeah,
he's
so
got
Timmy's
a lot
going
of
to need a
work to
3-8. Gary gets a strike.
do. Yeah, big shot for Gary.
Derek Holm here is just sort of having his game, hey? So he's 95 after 5. 92 after 5.
What's
he can afford it.
Yeah, I think
What's he
he's
thrown?
got a
He's
cushion.
thrown 7 300s out
Yeah,
of 9 games.
Well, he's now got 3,000.
Oh,
Easily, yeah.
Timmy just missed. I thought it was going to tickle. a
Adam
little.
Weber throws his triple.
That's big for Adam.
That's
Yeah,
huge
that's
for Adam.
really
Yeah. You just know a guy like that. So he's going to keep working. Never going to get upset. He knows he works through it.
Keep throwing that gray ball, bud.
Couple little adjustments. Minor ones.
Timmy get the half. No.
Taking care of business.
That'll take. Fortunately, that'll take Timmy
Okay,
out
so
of it.
Heidi Mapstone has 174 in 7 with a spare in 8. Julia Robb goes up as well. She has 164 in 7.
I seriously can't see. anything.
I know that
The
it's
whole-
tough to see from
I
here.
can see that scoreboard.
Diane Violini had a 143. No, she's over there. Sorry, 123
Diane's,
in 5.
Yeah.
So Diane, while right in there, positioning here. Jenna, let's check in on Jenna.
Parker punched the 6th. Now he should have enough, but
Jenna, remember, had the triple in
Oh,
there,
big-
so she's got 184, I want to say, in 8.
oh, another punch for Tyler.
Oh,
Oh boy, Tyler.
He's in trouble. He's going to have 90 something in the 6th.
same
And
kind
he
of
was-
game
he
as
was
Derek
in
Holmes
third.
having there. Well, Derek's missing though.
Tyler had 25-14, a lot of space. So Gary's 24-34, Carey's 24-29. Those are the guys you're looking at, the stepladder, right? 24-34, so you're 80 pins and
Mark Miller needs another strike here too.
90. Where's Mike Hirsch?
Yeah, it looks like they're not going to catch Adam, so Adam will move up.
Yeah, Mike Hirsch isn't going to catch.
Mike Hirsch, so it's going to be
So-
Kerry Kreutz, Gary Baird, Tyler, and Mark Miller for the last 2 spots.
Yeah, so Carey or Gary.
Yeah.
That's who, and Miller even too, right? Because
Yeah.
he's 78. So
Well, I don't
Tyler's
think-
got to stay ahead of Miller.
I think
and
Parker-
he's got 12 points
I
on
think
it.
Parker Anderson's going to be okay. He's got
Parker's going to be second.
130 in the 6th, so he's not hurting, but he's got to finish it.
But he's also got a punch there. So there's a whole lot of positions up for grab here. Look at Adam Weber coming here with the triple.
Yeah.
Adam's going to move himself up, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be surprised if Adam gets himself up to the 3rd. Parker's going to be
That's experience there,
1,
right?
2. Sure it is.
100%,
Stay
yeah.
with it. 1, 2. Parker's got a lot of room to play with, so he can get himself to a 200 and be still second. Carey, unfortunately, has the 123 and 6, but he's not out of it. Okay? He needs to get
Needs a
Adam Weber,
finish here,
but
for sure.
Adam's the goer. So then he looks now.
It
Kreitz is
just-
looking at Miller.
It just
Yeah.
depends on how far
Yeah,
Tyler
so,
falls,
yeah.
right?
Well, and Miller. Tyler with or Tim with a big one. Okay, so Gary's now up in the 7th.
Yeah, Timmy misopened the last frame though, so that
Let's
hurt
talk
him.
ladies. I think the ladies are probably going to be finished here first.
Are they?
Megan's got 205 with a spare, so she's going to get herself up into there. You're going to have Jenna Lamoureux, throws a strike at 9, so she's pretty solid.
What's
Diane?
Can you see Tracy Smith? I can't see.
Tracy Smith has a double now in 5-6.
Looks like she had 80.
She had 80
and then a double.
Yeah, in 4 with a double in 5-6.
That's big for her.
Jennifer Layden, not in there.
She's not. No.
Diane, 123 with a strike in 6.
Julie Arobko would be another one.
Tyler gets a strike in 7. A few more of those.
That's big,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. Tyler gets himself to a 200, 220. We're going to be safe.
Gary Baird just punched. That was big for
Gary
him.
Baird punches. Okay, so there's a lot of things happening there. Like I said, I think if Tyler gets to about a 210, 220, that's safe. He's got some room to play with. Back to ladies. So Bonnie McDonald. Bonnie, where did we see Bonnie? You know what? That was Bonnie that was over there. So she was a 175 in 8 with a strike in 9, and she had 23.50. So she had a strike. So not seeing any monsters from any of the ladies except for Megan. But Megan could prove herself up there. Look at that. 2 North ladies could be getting into there. Heidi's looking solid, so she's going to be into the mix. Heidi, Jenna. Julie's fighting too. There's a few points in there, so we're going to have to see.
Carrie just punched. That's not going to help him.
Yeah, Carrie just punched his lights out here at the end.
Yeah.
Darn. Would have been nice to see our 5PNU president work his way into the stepladder.
Yeah,
everybody.
boy, does he do a lot of work for the
He
game,
does a ton of work for the game.
Just does so much work.
There's a start.
Okay, Gary Baird now up in the 8th frame. He's got 131 and 7 with this ball here. And throws a strike.
Yeah.
Okay, so looking up here, Tracy's up. She's got the double, remember, in 6-7. She's going to go. Diane got a double as well in 6-7. Actually, sorry, 7-8 for Diane. 6-7 for Diane.
Okay, this is a really big shot for Tyler coming up. Two of the people behind Tyler have chose not to put a lot of pressure on him.
We've got a fallen, broken board here on 27.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, something big's going on down there. Oh, it's a tangle.
Oh, Tyler punched again.
Tyler punches 8.
Wow.
Oof. Mark Miller's now got a triple.
That's
6,
huge.
7, 8. That's a monster.
70 at the half and a triple. 78 at the half and a triple. So he was directly behind. He was 12 pins behind Tyler, so he's already made up that difference.
Adam Weber punches now on his. Okay, so Tyler's got himself 136 and 8.
Yeah, 226 max.
Victor Folbert's coming and running here. He's got 166 and 5 with a double. I don't know what a 390 does for Victor.
Another seasoned veteran. Well, he's down in 13th spot, so 2262.
Adam misses his.
Well, he's less than 100 out of 5th spot there, Daryl.
So Bonnie ends up with a 230 something. Jason Ives now gets a double. Julia Robko looks like she's got a 252. We're going to end up, the ladies are going to finish out first, 252.
252?
For Julie, yeah. And Heidi was Heidi's 264.
Lynn's doing a little calculating. He's our numbers guy.
Of course he is. That's why we got him here. Yeah.
He's our own little calculator.
264, and you said Julie had which 253?
252 for Julie. And Bonnie as well was at 233 something.
233 for Bonnie.
Yeah. Jenna was a 277.
So Jenna's going to win it.
Diane's got a double.
27.72.
Again, our top 5 are heading to Stepladder. We're going to probably do that right afterwards. Was supposed to start at 4:30. We are running a touch behind, so we'll probably go right ahead into that Stepladder.
23.50, 25.83.
Diane's up here now. She's about to go lane 25. She's got that double working on. 274 for Tracy Holdsworth.
What's Megan doing? Oh, she's still going, eh? 225 and 6 and a spare and 7. Big shot for Gary Baird. He throws the double.
Gary Baird throws a double. That's
Yeah.
a big one. Looking at Tyler right there behind him. Diane Violini gets the triple, so she's now 168 and 7 with a double 7-8. Megan Clark gets another one.
Wow, 255 and 7 in a straight. Monster game coming from Megan.
Tyler's up in lane 9 now.
Yeah,
Or
this is
Fred
big.
Mark
9.
Miller as well. That's another one to watch here.
Miller's.
Tyler's.
This is a monster shot for Miller. Gets
Oh,
the push.
gets
Oh,
it.
wow.
Gets the strike push.
Ham bone.
I don't think that now that's come down to it. Tyler can't afford it anymore.
Wow.
And then another head pin.
Oh, no.
Tyler's going to throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 head pins in the game 10.
Five head pins in 9 frames.
And lots of wood left on the lane, which is very unlike him there.
Yeah. He's going to have, if he cleans 15, he's going to have a maximum of
51.
196.
Oh, that's tough last game there for him.
Parker's got 134 and 6. Derek Lewicki's got 238 and 8 with a strike. How many was, so Miller was right behind Tickat, so Miller's going to have Tickat. Weber looks like he's going to have Tickat. So then Tickat's looking at Gary Baird.
I'm not sure Kerry's going to get him.
I don't think Kerry Kreitz is going to get
So,
him.
and
Well, it's
Gary-
268, and how many was he down? Well,
Gary-
still, from Tyler, he's, well, no, he was.
24-34. Down.
29, so Tyler, or he was 90 down from Tyler. So Tyler's how many up on Gary?
80.
80 up on Gary. So that's the spot.
All right.
Gary's going to have the action first.
9th and 10th frames coming up.
Mike Hirsch is 149.
Parker's got 174 and 8.
So we've got 80. So here's Gary Baird going 131. So he's a max 265. So if he gets to 265 for 80 points, and Gary throws his first strike in 10, he's going to be okay. 176 with a double.
Gary still can't shut out Tyler because he's
No.
80 pins behind.
He's 80 and
So he can
Tyler's-
shoot
yeah.
266.
Yeah.
So Tyler will need 186.
So Tyler could
Which
potentially be
means-
needing a double here, double side.
Yeah. If Gary strikes out Tyler, we'll need a double.
Tim with a
Gary throws another strike.
Tim's got a 260. Tim's not in the,
I don't
in the mix
know
here.
if Gary
no.
knows
No.
exactly what the number is or what's on the line here. It doesn't certainly show that he's got some.
He's definitely a calm,
Well-
cool, collected guy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one of the things with Gary. You can't
you
can't
don't
read
know.
his
Yeah,
face and know
yeah,
what's going on.
good point. Tracy Smith has the 186 and 8. So she needs to get those instead to stay ahead, doesn't she?
Yeah, Julia Robko was 17 behind her.
So Gary's already 251, so he's already 100. He's gained 100 here.
No, I was wrong. That was Megan that was behind, and Megan's definitely made up.
Last ball here from Gary.
Oh, Gary 3-pin.
Oh, 5 got a little kick
So
back
Gary's
there.
got a 255.
256.
So 256. So 80 pins is 176. So he needs a 30 count.
What do you get?
256.
256.
Tyler needs at 80, and he
Which
punches.
is-
Oh, no.
Tyler punched again.
6 head
Yes, he
pins
did,
in the
yeah.
last game for Tyler.
Wow.
It's not going to
ideal.
happen for the kid, unfortunately.
26.90 for Gary.
That's it. Yeah. Tough finish for Tyler, unfortunately, there.
There's a head pin for Miller, but Miller was only 12 points away. So I think Miller will stay in, though, with that. He's going to have a 230 or a 240 in there.
Wow, 6 plows in a game.
That's tough. Poor Tyler. Yeah.
163 for Tyler.
6 head pins and a chop.
Punches head pin in 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, with 3 in a row there, 4, 5, 6, and then 8, 9, 10 as well.
20,
4, 5, 6.
26.77.
That's heartbreaking for the kid.
26.77. 6 plows, and they only lost to Gary by 23.
Oh, tough. Tough one.
There's a strike for Kerry. He's going to be 243.
He's done 243?
No, almost.
Mark Miller with a 238 there. Did you catch that one?
Derek Lewicki's going to have potentially 303.
238.
238 for Mark Miller.
27.40. Is Weber near the 10th frame?
Adam Weber is right after Kerry. Kerry's on his second ball in 10.
Diane Violini has 254 in 9.
Oh, Kerry punches
Tyler's
again.
up.
Jen Baker with a 240, Max 250.
What was Jen?
She's not done yet. She's got one more ball here. Open up in 10. She's got 251. Baker. Lots of Jens in this bowling world.
251 for Jen. Just 24.98.
Derek Lewicki finishes with a 298. Victor Fobert with a 329 over there.
Nice game by Vic. Couple of big finish games for Victor.
That's the difference. He only had one plow there.
329 is 25.91.
Adam Weber's got 271 in 9.
Counting a strike in 10 there.
Counting a strike in 10.
I didn't hear anything from Jason Ives. He didn't finish.
Jason Ives is 225 in 8 with a spare in 9. So he's max 300. Megan's going to have a 320.
320 on the nose, yeah, for Megan.
320 on the nose or 330 on the nose?
320.
320.
320 on the nose.
Kara Deering here has got a nice game going as well.
She's got a hand bow going into 10.
$25.71.
Mike Hershey, 202 to finish. He was Diane's up there in 10.
Diane's up in 10. Good call. 254 and 9.
Almost lost Lynn here.
Oh,
Yeah,
we almost
had my
took him over.
Had my head down a little too long there. That's the over to go kicking in.
Oh, yes. Derek Holm finding his spot there at the end of the game.
Yeah. 165 and 8 with a
She
double
had a tough
now.
go today.
Adam Weber is going to finish with a 316. So how high is that going to push him now? He was in 5th place. Mark Miller.
You guys are getting stats here before anyone else.
Yeah, we're a little bit
16,
cheaters on this.
27.69.
Pick the right guy to help commentate this last game.
Exactly. If you're listening in, you're getting hot off the press numbers here.
Yeah.
Our stats guy hasn't even inputted them yet. So this is all unofficial
Yeah.
until Don gets
What
it
did
all entered
Parker
for us.
finish with? Did you see what Parker finished? Oh,
Parker
he's
has
174
174
and
and
a
8.
strike.
He's got a double now. 910. So he's looking at max 264. So Parker's likely going to stay up there in 2. So you're likely going Derek, Parker, Adam,
It's looking that way, yeah. I think Adam crawled up into
Miller, Gary. Probably. Derek, Parker, Adam, Miller, Gary. Jenna, Diane.
I don't have Diane's score yet.
Diane, it
Or
looks like 274 she finished with there.
274?
274 for Diane.
Correct,
Tracy
yeah.
Smith now has a strike in 9, and she had 186. So she's got a max 276 here for Tracy. So I'm thinking Tracy max
274 is 26.79.
So Tracy Smith is rolling. Just went left, hung a corner. Okay, so Tracy Smith is looking at a 240, mid 240 here. Parker finishes it off with a 264.
With a little ham bone to finish there.
264.
Is there? See tie?
28.62. Okay, so we need Julie
So
and Tracy.
Tracy Smith spared. Julie, I think, was a 240 something.
I want to say
What is it?
246 roughly.
Oh, no, you said she was 252, Julia.
Okay, she was a
Okay, yeah.
252, yeah.
252, which is 25.
And looks like Tracy Smith is going to throw her last ball. Jason Ives had a 300 on the nose. Tracy Smith's got her last ball going. She needs, and she gets them all. So I think we see a
246.
245, 246.
246 for Tracy?
Yeah.
246 for Tracy.
246. It's 25.36. So that's 5.36.
Well, we'll be back with the stepladder
So what,
here.
Megan?
Wheel
jumped-
back at this. It looks like maybe Megan jumped in ahead of Tracy
She
Smith.
jumped into 4th.
Yeah, and Heidi will stay above. So Tracy Smith's not quite enough with a big game from Megan Clark coming out that last one. Okay, we're going to wrap things up here. We'll be back with the stepladder shortly.
Great bowling today, though.
Sorry, guys. Hey, hold up traffic. Oh, am I? Is that a roadblock on a zero light or what? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just fixing my glasses.
Bye. Oh, I know. Yeah.
As always, buddy.
Okay, so looking at the results, you can see who wins the second shift is the scoreboard. The ladies division, in fifth place, 2571, Megan Clark. Fourth place from Edmonton, 2580, Heidi Matson. Third place, 2583, Bonnie McDonald. Second place, 2679, Diane Bailey. First place, ladies champion, 2722, Jenna Lambert. On the men's side, the 2690, fifth place, Gary Baird. Fourth place, 2740, Mark Miller. 2769, Adam Weber. Second place, 2862, Parker Anderson. And number one qualifier for 3160, Calgary, Derek Home. I think some good qualifiers, the lanes are on, you can have a couple of balls each lane, we warn a couple of balls each lane, and then we'll get you going. Third place, second place, first place, if we warm up as much as you want, over on 39 and 42. Okay, so a couple of balls each, come back, and we'll say we're good to go.
It happens, absolutely.
Tracy. How are you?
Here we are, Stepladder. Stepladder time, bud. Okay, Mark Miller, Gary Baird, 4th and 5th. Heidi Mapstone versus Megan Clark. Winner moves on. Okay.
Gino's trying to steal your mascot here, Daryl. Should we jump in here?
No, that's our imaginary dragon. Yeah. Okay, so then we got Heidi opens the first frame, strikes the second.
Okay, we're starting already.
We're into action. Megan threw a strike in her first frame.
Sorry, I'm just trying to, again, running double duty here, triple duty. 50-50 was unclaimed. If you bought a ticket, please come by and claim your ticket. So Megan started with a double here. Probably going to give till tomorrow afternoon for this 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50 wasn't claimed for this one. 39-42. Yeah. Gary Baird has a double. Mark Miller has a strike in two. Megan Clark had the double miss and then missed the hole.
Oh. Just tickled the head pin there. Double 5 through the hole 5. Looks like for start for Megan. Gary Baird was a big hop there.
Yeah, chop off there for him.
Chop for Gary. Heidi's got her father-in-law Gord behind her, it looks like.
Oh, and gets the push. Heidi's got the double. A couple of heartbreaking
there's a couple
losses
sad,
that didn't make the step ladders.
faces
Unfortunately, we
there, I
saw Tyler
noticed.
Titkat had a 6 head pin game in his last one. Tracy Smith as well. So both master singles will not be repeating at the Open here.
Yes. That's interesting.
Heidi gets the triple.
She's getting loud over there too. I heard a good yell from her over there.
Yeah, a little yes. Okay.
Okay, I'm solo here. So Gary with a chop 2, 3, and 3 there. So he's got 82 after 3 frames. Mark Miller's got a head pin in 1, strike in 2, and he missed in 3 here. Looks like Megan with a spare in 4, 5 spare. Mark Miller went 5-5 in 3 here. 5-5-5, so he's got 55 after 3 frames.
Megan with a punch in 6.
Do we know who had the high game in the last game there, Daryl?
The high game singles pot, the last game.
Derek Holm, no.
It's not up there, but we can find it right here. I got a 329 for Victor.
Yeah, 329.
Yes. Victor, and he happens to be standing nearby.
Even better. Victor forward. Just to put a smile on his face after game 10. Always helps.
Mark Miller had strike in 2, miss open in 3, punch in 4.
Mark Miller, yeah, punching 4. Yeah, 8 count there.
You can have it. Go for it. Yep. Yep.
Gary Baird up here, frame 4.
Okay, so Heidi had a punch then on her triple. Just counted the 2-pin. Gary Baird gets
Big
the one.
strike for Gary Baird
Strike
there.
in 4. Couple of tight little matches here so far. So obviously in this one here, they bowl 2 frames at a time. So Megan has 97 in the 5th. Heidi's got 125 in the 5th.
Heidi with a bit of a lead there, yeah.
124.
Another strike
Gary
for
gets
Gary.
the double on 5.
So we got the men's feed on the A5 feed, and then we've got the ladies here on YouTube. Sound correct?
Go, great ball.
Mark Miller with a head pin in 5.
Another one, yeah. Big strike for Megan there.
Big strike over there, yeah. So that's 97 for strike. And 5. Heidi had the magical 3-pin spare.
One of the bombers there.
Yeah, one of the BPG Bombers in the Pro League.
I did have a request for some good ham bones, but we can't throw ham bones if we don't get ham bones for our friend Michael West. Punch for Megan there.
All right, we've got another commentator, Bradley Titcutt.
Oh, joining
Welcome.
us here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Closer. Hopefully now that's a little better for some.
Tough, yeah, tough for your brother there. Ty, obviously watching that last game, 6 head pins, a little tough on a guy, but
Yeah, definitely not how you want to draw that up.
you'll
but
be
I mean,
back.
Definitely
Yeah.
will be back, and I mean, still a hell of 10-game set in there. I mean,
Yeah.
averaged over 260 most times. That's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, average 260 and no wink the stepladder.
Okay, so we got Gary Baird now, throws his double 4-5.
Miller's opened in
Miller's
6
up.
again.
Yeah, he's got a head pin in 6 again.
12 count.
97 after 6 for Mark Miller.
Heidi with another good one down on the ladies' end.
Got Gary Baird up here, I do believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
Got
taking
a
full
pillar in front
advantage.
of me here.
Looks like
Another
another
strike,
peach out of the
yeah.
hand for him.
Yeah. Calm, cool, and collected, that guy.
Yeah, he's definitely at his best when he's even keel. He's
Definitely.
tendency to run high and low, and
Yeah.
I mean, even watching him finish game 10 of the singles qualifying, you could tell he was feeling close to being there,
Definitely.
and it's definitely carrying over into this.
Yeah, and we were quick to start the stepladder too. As soon as it was done, there wasn't much more than 10 minutes between
Yeah, so
the last game to starting. Oh, another strike for Megan there, it looked like.
Nope.
No.
Right corner by the looks of it.
Corner.
It's a good shot, though. Can work with that one. Definitely needs a couple marks down at that end, though. Heidi's on a double with 156.
Yeah, that lane has a bit of a shadow on it. We see it too there, so it's not just
Make
you
the
guys.
spare. Uh-oh. And Gare's streak is over at 3.
Yeah, punch in 7 for Gary there.
Still up about 90 pins with count after 6. So definitely not over, but he's giving himself a little bit of breathing room for a shot like that. I do believe that was the set that Carrie spared aces on earlier today, so
Yeah.
definitely know that shot's in play on that set.
Definitely, yeah. Oh, it almost kicked back too. Wouldn't that have been funny?
On cue.
So 195 after 7 for Gary Baird here. He's got a bit of a lead on Mark Miller. See what Mark does here in frame 7.
I was Mark. I'd definitely be looking to make a big move with my feet to try and change how I'm seeing pins. Looks better.
Guessing that was a miss. Yeah, 5.
5.
So Heidi's got a double in 7 and 8.
And opens in 9.
Head pin there.
Yeah.
Head pin and 9 there.
Mark Miller with his second mark of the game.
Tough game for him.
Yeah, unfortunate timing for that one. I mean,
4 head pins.
4 head pins definitely don't help, and I mean, he played well to get himself into the position to make this step ladder. His last 4 or 5 were quite good from what if I'm remembering my stats right. Ladies.
Heidi cleaning this up hopefully here.
Yeah. And there you go.
Oh, big strike for Mark Miller. Lots
big
of
30
cheers from
count.
the gallery here. Second strike of the game for Mark. His new little guy in the audience here. Him and Melinda just had a little guy named Caleb.
Yeah. Definitely getting his exposure to the bowling world.
For sure, yeah.
Ladies side, it looks like 158 with a spare for Megan and 227 and 9 for Heidi with a strike.
Gary was another strike, yep. Frame 8 here. Gary's got quite a bit of a lead.
And the ladies match is over, so Heidi will be advancing there.
Heidi will now play
Bonnie McDonald out of the North.
The North, yeah.
So Mark's got 262 possible coming home.
Heidi won that one.
So definitely looking for one more from Gary to kind of put this one away and take the stress out of the.
Big strike from Gary
absolute
there.
bomb out of the hand there.
Lots of the central team here cheering everyone on. We're getting close to most everyone being here, I think.
Yeah, I
Still
think.
some people traveling, I think, today.
Yeah, I think there's only a handful. I haven't seen 1 or 2 coaches.
Yeah.
But
a couple players.
Definitely the bulk of everybody is here now.
Especially from far away. Like the people from the south are all here. It's a long way to go.
I think the only one from the south I haven't seen is Troy Seitz. And Mark for
corner spare for Mark in 9 there. So he's got 157 with a spare working in 9 there.
42, so that match is now over as well, with Gary advancing.
Looks like they are shaking hands.
Are they finishing? I guess.
I don't think they need to finish. They don't need to finish, do they? Dawn, they don't need to finish, do they? They have to, yeah, okay. Sorry, we're just confirming whether we can call it quits when it's over or if they have to finish the game, and they do indeed need to finish their game.
I mean, at least for Mark going into the teams for the rest of the weekend, he's going to have a little bit better feeling than the first half of that game.
For sure. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, corner spares are corner spares, something to work with.
At least you're sparing corners. That's
Yeah.
important. So 2:05 to finish for Mark Miller there. Gary really just needs 10 to finish him off here.
And that'll do it.
Yeah, nice game by Gary here.
Yeah.
2 opens, all strikes.
Yeah.
So now Gary, oh, they took our sheet away.
So Gary will be playing Adam Weber from
Adam
Edmonton,
Weber, yeah.
who is defending provincial champion as well. From
It's been so long.
pre-COVID.
It's been so long, I don't even remember anymore.
And I do remember Weber's jokes about it with Gary that he's his arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Those two
Yeah.
like to throw 350s at each other,
They
and
do, so
Weber's
this-
not always on the winning side of it.
This should be a good match here. So 3:11 for Gary to finish there. So good game by Gary. Just announcing here. I think they'll stay on the same lane, so we'll be not moving the feeds. Who was our last ladies winner?
Jen Baker was the winner.
Jen Baker,
and
out of Edmonton at the time.
At the time, yeah, she was playing out of Edmonton. That was kind of a fun experience for us at Nationals that year. We had all
Right.
3 teams in both singles there
Right.
from the same zone.
Yes.
And then we all went on to medal at Nationals too, so.
Same lane, same lanes.
I think.
Same lanes, and then
Just flip-flop, so
flip-flops, yeah.
ladies and men switch.
Yes. Annette won't mind.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I mean, that's the lane draw. It's, if that's the lane draw, that is what it is.
Go touch his face. Okay.
Just getting all the names set up here and ready for the next
They were trying to
match.
let Mark Miller advance.
I mean, Mark's not going to complain about that
Yeah, Mark's
mistake.
like, I'm in. Oh, you wanted the lowest score this time.
Invert for golf.
Yeah.
It's finally dry enough out there you can almost get away with it.
Yeah. So you got Bonnie and Heidi's correct there now.
Yeah, and it looks like Heidi is starting for them, so she'll be playing 10 second again.
Now who gets to go first? Who chooses the higher seed? Oh, we've got Katie jumping in with us here. Katie's live. Katie Rayner joining us here.
Higher seeds will be
Welcome, Katie.
picking matches.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
It's tough to see from here. We got a pillar in our way, but we're going to make it work. So Adam Weber's starting with a big strike here.
Yep.
As per usual.
Looks like Heidi has opened the first frame on the ladies'
Yeah,
side.
5-5 there.
Yeah.
So Brad was saying, so who gets to pick? Highest seed?
High
gets-
seed gets picked.
Yep.
And if you go first in the first frame, you'll place 10 second.
Right.
So the Weber chose to go first, he'll go second, and then Heidi was told to go first, so she will go
Right.
10 second. Oh, that sounds like a punch for Gary
Bonnie.
there.
And Bonnie caught out a 3-pin first frame.
Bonnie's got the sparable at least out of that situation.
True. And
took out the other side.
Yeah, so 5 count the other way, so she's got 8 after 2, and Gary's took his side.
Gary only had 2 of those last game, so well, one.
Well, I was going to say I think it was
open.
chop, but
Yeah,
still.
one chop.
Not going to complain about 3-11 anyway.
I
out there.
No, definitely
So
not.
15 there for Gary.
And Bonnie was able to clean up her 3-pin.
Yep. So
15
even.
over there, so it's even on the ladies' side.
Yep. Yeah, and it missed the
Bonnie with a
opposite
miss
direction
again.
for Bonnie.
Yeah.
A little overcompensation.
Bonnie, on the half. Come on now.
Definitely going to see a much slower pace on the men's side this match with
Yes.
Gary and Weber.
True.
Gary's a bit of a slower bowler as well. Takes lots of time on the approach. Another
And that
strike for
look.
Gary there.
Very vintage from the game before from Gary. Bonnie has
Bonnie
opened
plowed
again.
out the middle for 2
10.
open frames in a row. Oh, she kind of fell out of her shot there, but cleaned it up.
Weber's up now, ready to go.
Definitely way slower pace here
It
for the men.
could be a
Like,
long
did I miss?
match this
Did I miss
time.
it? No, haven't missed it yet.
Well, that sounded like
That
a head
sounded-
pin.
That sounded like a big 1 pin.
Yep,
That's
it
an
was
H,
a head
yeah.
pin. There it is.
Yeah, good shot, girl.
Heidi came back with a strike though in 2 on the ladies' side. So there's the first mark of that match.
Ooh, we're blurry. So we'll just give you a play-by-play. Tough to see. Again, they're working on it. I do believe they're actually back working on it right now.
Yes.
I'm not very tall.
No,
We're on this.
game 2.
Yeah, we're on this match.
Weber took his side for 25 count.
Next game it'll move. Yep.
And then 15 counts, so Weber's
Yeah.
at 40 after 2.
And Heidi was able to throw the double, so she's got a little bit of a lead going in
Now,
at the beginning of that game.
again, yep, we've got a break. Yep. Like, oh, we've missed something in the men's side here.
No,
No,
they
no,
just take a long time to throw the ball.
Adam's, of course, waiting for his
Oh boy.
ball.
And a 2-pin from Bonnie.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Way far right. So the first frame she missed right, second frame she missed left, and then back far right this time. I'm sure she'll spare this one up though.
She's bound to rein it in eventually.
She's
I mean,
bound to reel it in. There
There
we
we
go.
go. Spare for
There's a
Bonnie.
mark from Bonnie.
I mean,
Reset.
she's no stranger to this situation. She's won open singles a
Oh.
couple times.
Oh,
now.
Many.
for sure.
We've got the trophies in front of us here.
Yeah, we could probably count how many times she's taken that title. Weber backed his head pin with a strike in 3, so let's see what Gary does on his strike.
That looks better.
And a punch from Bonnie on her spare.
All that work for the spare.
All that work.
No, my other cousins are towering over me. Yes, they are. Even the ones in the stage.
Oh, lots of claps for Gary. I'm guessing that's a strike
Double
again.
for Gary.
Yeah.
Another one.
In 2-3.
Yep, another Barry right pocket strike.
Buried right pocket. I wish I could do that. Just like a nice pocket shot.
Wasn't that the podcast topic last week? How to hit the pocket the right way?
Yeah, I'm just lucky if I can hit the middle.
Close your eyes and pray. Close your eyes and pray.
Huck and hope.
Heidi's definitely looking for one more to kind of put an early stranglehold on it.
Yeah, give her that early lead. Make her feel a little bit secure in that. And looks like she got it.
3 in a row for Heidi. That a girl.
I can't remember the last person who ever said that to me.
Oh,
And
and
a
he
turkey
gets it.
for Gary also.
Nice. Yeah, we were saying that earlier. And opposite side that time a little bit thicker, but tons of rotation on it to get it out.
And Heidi threw the fourth one also. Good job.
Heidi is definitely starting to put the foot down on.
Yeah, Bonnie's going to have to do something pretty quick if she's going to want to.
Definitely want to double
back.
here
Yeah.
to make Heidi start to think about everything. And truthfully, same with Weber. I mean, he's down 20 after 2. I mean, it's early, but
Yeah, I mean, he had that unfortunate head pin, but he's definitely got to put something together now. If he's going to.
There you go. So that one was definitely back to what Weber is looking for.
So Bonnie looks like she's going to try to put some pressure on Heidi through the strike in 5, and another one in 6. So
big double, just like we were talking about.
That's going to be
keeps things in conversation.
I mean,
on
both of them have had so much tournament experience that the other throwing a double at them.
It's definitely not going to scare them off.
No.
But
maybe if it was like 7 in a row, they'd be like, okay.
And definitely, once Bonnie starts to feel like she can throw strikes, she doesn't stop throwing
That's
strikes. And as a comparison for pace and the time it took Bonnie to throw 2 balls, Weber has thrown 1.
Has thrown 1. We're still waiting on that next shot.
And get away with it? Oh, he did. So triple for Weber.
And 5 in a row for Heidi over on 25-26.
She did win a master set earlier in the season at Bonnie Doon, so definitely she's going to feel comfortable with that in her back pocket.
And she's bowled here for years too,
True.
right? The Tuesday night match play here. She bowled Wednesday night match play here. So she's definitely comfortable with the lanes, that's for sure.
Gary going through his pre-shot already.
Oh, and a punch, so that kind of puts a run to her, or end to her run. I've been teaching all day.
It's a lot of English.
It's a lot to say all the time.
Miss right by Gare. Those ends at 3.
Those pillars are just in such a rough spot, hey?
I can see 3 pins on just about every set, but not 5.
I can see the full set on 34, but nothing on 33.
I'm pretty good for the ladies set. There's a bell system at Bonnie Doon that's currently going off for tangles for the public bowlers, so a lot of them are taking the extra second to let that go through. And Heidi takes the one side, so she will be at 100.
And Gary missed the spare in 5, so that's opening the door for Weber to come back in.
A very big open.
Especially
now
with his
Weber can take the lead with the next hit. Heidi's at 210 and 6. And 222 and 7.
222 and 7. Bonnie, it looks like 62 and 4 with the double in 5-6.
So she can get herself within 70 going into 7, 8, 9,
Wow.
or 8, 9, 10.
Bowling math just so fast for you, hey?
It's a good thing I have a finance degree. I supposedly know what numbers look like.
Oh, and
that's
Bonnie
the trouble.
also throws the head pin.
So that's going to make that situation a little bit more on the dire side.
So
and Gary's just missed again to the right. Definitely looks a little bit quick and pushy.
Did she miss everything on the second shot?
It appears so. She put it through the hole.
So she's going to be down almost 100 going into the last 3 frames.
Yeah, so she's going to be down 95. So at this point, you'd basically think 1 spare or run it to 11 and pray.
Yeah.
And Gary's opened again in 6, so he's going to be looking at a possible 150 with Weber having 85 plus a double counting in 3. So that match is definitely get away if Weber puts another one up there.
And you know, with Weber's experience, he's had enough times where he looks at that situation and goes, okay, now it's time to pounce.
Yeah. And this is what he lives on, is when he feels like he can put a strangle on somebody.
Bonnie missed the mark in 8-2, so that's going to really make that game hard to.
That's another open, so she's going to be capped at 142, so 230. I mean, Heidi just needs to
basically
keep it
has
on the
throw,
lanes.
Yeah, Heidi has to throw one good shot, and that game's over.
Yeah. And again, as a comparison, they're going into 9 and 10 in the Weber.
And the men's are going into 6. They're taking their time.
They're
making
definitely
sure
utilizing the lack of shot clocks.
Yeah. We need to see like a Dexter Wiseman or someone balancing out Weber.
Yeah.
Someone who's going to get on the lane and just go.
Weber gets away with a real thick one there for a corner to get to 128.4.
Oh, and Heidi punches again.
I mean, she needs. She's. And Heidi takes a side to get to 132, so she'll need 1 pin in the next 4 balls to solidify that.
Seal that deal. Weber spared the corner.
Yeah.
The computer didn't want to count it.
That's a good old
Must have
Bonnie
felt
Doon
that
trick.
he didn't deserve it, but we'll give it to him anyway.
Throw it through the system. Weber puts another one up. Throws a strike. He'll be up 38 after 6.
Okay.
I think they're just letting the ladies know they have to finish. They had shaken, but A5 rules say you have to finish the match. So they'll play that out quite quick.
So a little different than the cash tournament formats where they can shake and call it when they want, but for these games today, they're going to have to finish all their matches.
That was another great shot from Weber.
So that strike on his spare is going to give him
188. So he's up 38 after 6. So he's going to have to find 2.5 ball. Gary's going to have to find 2.5 balls in 4 frames to catch up. Balls being equated to 15 pins.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Hey,
Oh, the men are still on frame 3. I'm just kidding.
They're chugging along slowly.
Slowly but surely.
Slow
What's going on in the
steady.
ladies here?
Oh, it looked like Gary kind of stuck a little.
The ladies, but Gary got away with one.
Again?
He was way off balance, standing on 1 foot like a ballerina, but got the strike.
It's all about the result.
Yeah.
Not how you get there.
Quantity over quality.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Gary's definitely not going to be rushing this shot. Going to take full advantage of any time. Uh-oh.
Oh, falling over again
And he
got
gets away with it?
Got away
oh
with
my
another.
goodness.
Walking
2
it
in a
out.
row.
Walking it out. No smile either. Like, I'd be laughing about that.
That's when you turn and go out of the hand all the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's kind of surprising he's sticking, though. He's usually a guy who's using like an S10 and a felt heel, so there's not a lot of things that should be grabbing in this approach.
It almost looked like on 33 he stuck, and then on 34 he kind of like
Overslid?
overslid maybe. Like he looked like he was just
Potentially.
really off balance, but I could be wrong.
A little bit of try and drive into it a little bit more, make sure he got through to
Got
it.
through
and
in
then,
case he stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that double will definitely put the pressure on Adam that
Definitely
he's
means
going to need to
Weber-
continue it going.
Weber needs to go ball for ball at this point. So I don't see
So-
Gare giving him anything.
Bonnie's in 10 right now.
And she's going to shoot 177 top. And Heidi's already at 240, so that one is done. And that is a very big open from Adam Weber. I mean, count is a big loss too, but at this point, would you start thinking about making the spare here? I mean, you're down 2 balls, and that's going to be 2 on a strike.
I wouldn't, because I don't throw hard enough here to make a spare at Bonnie Doon like that. But Adam
at
Weber,
52, there is
at 52, there's a definite possibility he could try if he played the right line to make those pins bounce around, especially at Bonnie Doon.
Yeah.
You have to think about the house that you're in and the speed of the ball. Like some places, it wouldn't even cross my mind.
Yeah,
But
like
I'm
a
sure that
Sherwood Park, basically not going to happen. Here, it's definitely in play.
Yeah, like I think about people like you and Evan Lecoussier would be like, I'm going for this spare.
Or Carrie Kreitz.
Or Carrie Kreitz.
Sparing
head
aces.
pins. Sparing aces. Oh, today did you spare aces?
He spared aces.
So
that was the highlight of his day, I think.
Weber is at 230 in 8. If Gary was to go up and throw the strike in 9 and the first one at 10, he'd be at 240 in 8. Definitely don't think Weber's going to make any adjustments on that shot, though. It looked like he thought he missed off of it out of the hand, so he's just going to really commit to making sure this is exactly how he draws it up in his mind.
Oh, I'm just rambling. It's fine. People are questioning if I have anything valid to say. I do.
Gee, I wonder who that was. Dexter Wiseman. Everybody.
Oh, and a big strike from Adam.
Good rollout out of that. So that keeps Gary honest. Gary definitely needs to go up, and I'd say at least put 2 marks up there to make Weber come up in 10 and do something.
Yeah, he definitely has the power right now to put
I mean, if
the
he goes
pressure on.
strike in 9, strike 10, strike 11, I think it's game over. That'd be 320 out for Weber. 90 is 240, 280, 225. Yeah, so if he goes 9, if he runs it to 12, match is over. According to my
what
book.
can he max out on?
So Gary's got 180 out, so he's got 330.
Okay.
So I guess he needs to run it to 12 and a good
This is
count.
why Brad and I make a good team. He does all the math, and I just stand here.
Bring the character.
I bring the character, the flair to the
way of saying it. That's the way to say it.
You need your hype hat or whatever
That's
that
right.
one is.
Oh, and he missed.
Missed right?
You can tell he's frustrated. Talking to the pins, having a chat.
Definitely think the stick on that approach was maybe in the back of his mind.
A little
it
bit.
Looked a little up and tentative.
Especially because he wasn't steady on the next one either,
Yeah,
so he's
he was
probably
really cautious about trying to play to it,
Yeah.
and that's unfortunately not a good way to get strikes.
it's not a great place to put that.
No.
Spare is good though.
But a big spare.
Spare keeps everybody
So
in
if he
play.
can go into 10.
So he's going to be down a hit. He's down 15 in 8, and he's going to have 1 less ball to count in 10. So Gary will have 290 potential coming home.
And Adam can still. Oh, let me do it. Let me do it. He can get a 320.
He can get 320, and he can go 30 count, 30 count, and 10. So he can go spare, strike, in 10 to get to 290 as well. So if Gary throws all 3, Adam will need a
Adam
double
will
to
have
win.
some play.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he pulled right out of
A
that there.
3-pin is not going to do that.
Not ideal. 233.
So lose count and definitely the harder spare now. I mean, So spare 263. Ooh, that's going to be asking for a lot of help. That is just about going to do it.
Because you've got to assume that Weber's going to go up there.
Well,
and he's going to.
Yeah, and I mean,
throw the
Gary missed the spare, so now he's at 248.
All right.
And so Weber, I didn't even clean. So 241. So Weber's 1 with the 15 count and strike is already at 245.
All right. So we have Adam Weber moving on and Heidi Mapstone against Diane Violini. So we're going to get the cameras all moved over to the next lanes. And we will be back soon.
Adam is playing Parker.
Parker, yeah.
From Calgary.
What a guy.
Alrighty, and we are back as we're starting the semifinals with Weber starting as he does with a strike.
So over on the ladies, we have Heidi Mapstone from Edmonton and Diane Violini from Lethbridge, yeah. In her millionth
What is this, number
Stepladder.
53
Yeah,
provincials?
Many
180th Stepladder appearance.
Yeah, you can find all the singles profiles on our.
Yeah, we could probably
Edmonton
find the
5 pin.
actual number of how
Edmonton
many
5 and
singles, but
A5
Yes.
websites and Facebook
We
pages.
shared them all. I typed every one of those.
And a big
And
crunch
Parker.
from Parker.
gets the squeeze out on that one.
It's good to see him playing again. I remember when he came out of YBC and he was playing really well, and then he kind of stepped away for a while.
Petered off a little.
And he's
Life
finally
gets in the way. And
definitely, figuring out that. But it's good to see him playing again.
And he's been so consistent this year with Pro League and then single qualifying top 3 at Calgary Open Provincial.
And he's got
tryouts.
He's got Jeff Wilson behind him here, yeah.
And Diane, as timeless as always, walks up and throws another strike.
Would we expect anything else?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Miss for Parker here.
I think actually going into this weekend, Diane's made the last 2 singles finals still for
I think
the
so.
Open Provincials
Yep,
here.
I'm pretty sure.
I'll be happy to be walking at her age. I'll be quite honest about this.
Yeah. Well, your bowling style doesn't really condone 50-plus years of playing.
Probably
you might need to
not.
edit your approach there a little bit.
And
a
a
big
double.
double. Oh, she's got the cheer squad behind her today.
Parker with a miss there. 5 miss in the second frame.
Definitely. And throws it into the wood for 30 after 2.
After you go 5 miss, is that the smart play? Throw in the wood, and even if you miss the middle, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
I
that's
probably would.
Probably not a bad situation in
I
a
mean,
one-game match.
Are you going to go 5 miss? What are the odds?
Nice strike for Heidi over there. Both
Matching
starting
the
with
double.
doubles.
And
yeah.
they're playing on the Masters team together this year as well, I believe.
True, yes, they are.
Diane and Heidi, we're saying?
Yeah.
Yes,
Diane
okay.
and
Yeah,
Heidi.
yeah. I was like, nah, Parker doesn't play Masters.
It's a strong Alberta Masters
It
team over
is.
there.
Ooh, power chop for Weber on the left side.
That's okay. He had like 12 chops on Sunday at Pro League. He knows how to spare them all. It's fine.
Should be money. I mean, you get the extra play off the
We
back
even
here.
threw
So
coins on the lane, and he still was able to spare them. It's good.
definitely that side chop is the side he's going to leave more coming across the way he does.
True.
Heidi with a triple to start. And
Oh, and Weber cherries
with
that
your
3-pin.
chop cherry.
Buy the guy a shirt.
Basically, for those of you coming by the Open Provincials, you can buy yourself your own 5-pin U chop cherry shirts.
Again, I'll
All
say.
sizes available.
All sizes
They're
available.
brilliant navy blue.
Yeah. If you have any other ideas for the 5-pin Universe
How much-
graphic T-line,
How much are we selling them for?
they're $30.
$30 and available all weekend. Come get your merch.
Minus
Oh, Carrie's buying one right
oh,
now.
Carrie's buying one. Chop
Hey.
cherry
Chop
shirt.
cherry.
What size do you need?
Diane
That
throws
is
the chop on her
up.
double.
So
Not the first buyer. Not the last.
But probably a well-needed shirt for Carrie Kreitz.
Yeah, I think it was deserved.
well,
We need an I Spared Aces shirt for the guy. Yeah, come on.
Oh, and Diane misses her chop spare as well. She goes the other way, misses
This
the
is on the
object
2.
spin.
So both Weber and Parker, same kind of boat, had a good strike in 1, open 2. So
Yeah.
anyone's game at this point.
That
Ooh,
is a
3-pin.
very uncharacteristic shot out of Weber.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of misses, and if you do, you don't see a lot of 3-pin misses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diane cleans up her head pin, or her chop off.
That's the long debated one with the 3 pins. Do you try and play for the inside on the next side and throw the pin across, or do you just...
See, I spare way more hole side, but
Yeah,
you
I
also
would
run the
agree.
risk that you might put one down that hole. So, like, I don't know. Weber played it
Well,
safe and
see.
it didn't pay off.
Yeah.
Almost got the bounce out.
I mean, this isn't horseshoes, so, like, almost
Fair.
doesn't really cut it.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
We're in the stepladder of open
Oh,
provincials.
And Diane comes back with her strike after the open. So she's at 82 after 3.
With a strike in 4.
Yeah.
And Weber cleans his up.
So that 5 miss isn't looking as bad for Parker there.
I was going to say, they didn't really get penalized like you'd
No.
have expected in that situation.
No one took that situation and ran away with it and
No.
put the chokehold on, so. Oh, and Carrie's already in his chop 3.
Chop cherry shirt.
Chop cherry shirt is making its
He's
appearance.
sporting it.
Big smile about it. And Heidi
with
throws
the
the 4-bagger.
Ham bone.
Ham bone.
That's for you, Michael Wist. He
She's coming
requested
out to play.
enthusiastic ham bones.
Should have thrown the 5-inch ball from Parker. Skinny the head pin, spun it, but didn't knock it down. Heidi's looking really locked over there. All
She's
3 games
here
has
to
been
play.
solid.
Here to play today, that's for sure.
That's a better shot
Yeah,
from
that
Parker.
was a
go.
good shot for Parker. He even had the finger point.
Yeah,
You
that was
know?
the reset he needed.
Yeah.
That looked a lot more in control.
Yeah.
Who needs control?
Not me. I've never been in control. If you
We
watch
just saw
people.
Gary throw a double, like on 1 foot. It's fine.
Heidi with her first miss of the match, missing right, 125 and 3.
To Diane's 82 and 3.
Yes. Crunch.
Ooh.
Oh,
wow.
Well,
So
that
Parker
was
turns a chop
spicy.
into a 12 into a strike.
That is a very friendly break, you'll see.
That was, yeah.
That was even friendly for Bonnie Doon.
Yeah. Heidi has opened on her 4-bagger, so she'll be at 160.
150.
She's at 150.
Oh, 160 now.
160 plus whatever she gets on this ball.
162.
Yeah.
Perfect. So Diane runs it, throws a double here. She can get herself within a ball. Definitely looking for Weber here to settle back in.
If I were Weber right now, knowing his mentality, that break for Parker is going to put a fire under him.
Yeah.
Yep. And he just
Yep.
absolutely peered that.
Yeah.
And says yep as he turns around.
Yeah.
I feel like he knew that was a strike at about the 2nd step. There
Oh,
was
and Diane
not.
punches in 6.
Oh no, 5.
5, sorry. There's a lot of heads between
It's a
me
while.
and
It's
Wayne.
it's a ways away again
It's
here.
a ways.
Definitely can't see the pit anymore over
No.
that direction.
No. There's a
The
sea
crowd is starting to gather here
Yeah.
at Bonnie Doon Lanes.
There's a sea of central jackets.
Ooh, Diane almost skinnies it across for an 8 count, which for the extra would be nice on a strike. And just takes the side. So 25 count gets to 107 and 4 with 10 plus on the next ball.
Weber's taking his time.
Weird.
Never would have guessed. My life has been a lie. Another one
Another
there.
great
Yeah,
shot.
that's right out of his hand. You knew it.
Yeah. That's
Big double there.
definitely vintage Weber.
Yeah.
Diane with big follow through. Cleans
Yeah,
up her head
for
pin.
15. So 120
122.
to 162 after 5 in
So
that
down
match.
40 on that match.
Yeah.
Half a game to play.
Parker with a 7 there in 5.
Just couldn't get that break again.
Nope. He tried.
He tried. He's probably hoping.
Yeah.
Diane is left in 6, but has left the sparable. I wonder if Weber originally being from Calgary is kind of playing into Parker's mind a little bit right now. I mean, younger guy, probably looked up to him at one point, you'd imagine.
100%.
So there's a lot of respect going that way.
For sure.
Maybe a situation where you put the names out and head down and try and bear down.
I think there's always those little dynamics, right? Like
Yeah.
even when Weber plays Calgary teams, I'm sure that's a little bit in the back of his head, like, oh, I used to be
Diane,
here.
5 miss and 6 there.
That is not something you see
No.
almost ever.
Oh,
Takes
10
out the
count.
head pin.
Yeah.
Oh, and another head pin to
7
Parker.
count.
Oh, 7 again. He's just like that little bit tight right now.
Yeah.
Definitely looks over aggressive compared to how he was playing earlier today.
And I wonder if that comes, you know, you're playing someone who's arguably one of the most experienced bowlers in Canada.
Definitely has probably the most experience winning in the last 5 years.
For
in the
sure.
sport.
And so as Parker, who's like kind of coming back into this,
You're trying to get it
Force
done
it.
within one ball.
Yeah. So Heidi throws the chop.
Guaranteed not to lose pins in that match at least now. Stays probably going to gain something out of it. Gets
Oh, and a
both
big
for the
spare
spare.
for Heidi.
Big spare for Heidi, yeah.
Nice, solid comeback. I mean, chop spares sometimes get the confidence back. And
For sure.
It can be
Well, and a chop really sometimes isn't a bad ball.
No,
Right? So you've
just-
thrown it. It's not a head pin. You're not like pushing it right on. It's hitting on the side a little bit at
Yeah.
least. So
it's
to
the
spare
spare
it
that
just
usually
kind
in
of.
my head I'm like, pray.
Oh, you need to work on your mental game like I have.
Watch the podcast. Go
Just
back.
kidding.
Phone in Des.
Yeah.
She-
Does.
All right, let's see another good one here from Weber. Can definitely take a
Oh,
strike.
big strike from Heidi there.
There we
in
go.
So
7.
Heidi's starting to take that match and
Yeah, run away with
run
it.
with it. Oh, and a
Weber.
Oh no.
Oh.
The 8 count.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
A
like you
weird
get the
8
count
count.
on your strike in 4, but it makes it a way
count the
harder
hard way.
spare
Yeah.
on your attempt in 6.
makes things interesting.
Or let's just do it in the meeting.
There goes Diane.
Diane's looking to answer
carries
back, and she has the big strike. on
There we
7.
go. Keeps Heidi honest, and that is a big loss of count from Adam Weber on a double to only take 38 and 23.
Did he go? Sorry, I missed it. Did he go through the hole?
No,
Yeah.
he missed the opposite way. He was trying to
Oh,
play and
wow.
throw the pin across, and
Oh, he just did the same
same
thing. Looking down at his foot there, almost like he was sticking a little bit, but
Those
Well-
kind of looked fast for a Weber pace. I mean, they're still
yeah.
So
slower.
in 6, he's still up about 10.
13.
Diane with a
I said
corner
about.
here.
About
roughly.
roughly 10.
Roughly 10.
13
exactly
rounds down
13.
to 10. So really, at this point, it's anybody's game, and you know
Yeah.
that Weber's got to be feeling like he wanted to have.
He's definitely going to want that one back.
Yeah.
Diane with a right corner. Looking to get to the 30 count. Keep Heidi honest.
Yeah. And realistically, at this point, she's got to make that spare. Otherwise, Heidi's going to start to
I was
pull
gonna
away.
say, She doesn't make the spare here and throw a strike in 9. She's in a little bit of danger.
Oh.
And in true
It's-
Diane fashion.
I was going to
Yep.
say,
makes
it's not
the
often
spare.
I would see her.
I was going to call it ahead of time, and I was like, I'm not going to.
Commentator
Because
curse.
Yeah.
Don't
as soon
do
as
it.
I say it and
Yeah.
she doesn't get it,
There's
then I'm
Adam
going to get
back with
yelled
a
at.
strike there.
Yeah. Good rebound there.
Yeah. Liking the new design on the Edmonton shirts. They're a little sharper than the ones previous.
I'm liking the
much
black.
cleaner.
Yeah.
They're sleek.
Yeah, I like the big name. I'm sure you guys can see
Intimidating.
those on the feed there.
It was time for a revamp.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh,
Heidi
and a
with
big
the
strike
yeah.
from Heidi, so that's
So
really good for her to
she's
start
got
pulling away.
372 coming home, and Diane can get to 280. So I mean,
She's got quite a buffer if she can keep it going, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
you gotta imagine if Heidi throws this one here, she's gonna feel
Pretty confident going into 10.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She can basically shut it out with this next ball here.
Oh, Parker with
Ah,
a spare
there he's
there.
back.
7.
So Parker's going to really need to capitalize on that spare if
Yeah.
he doesn't want Adam to start moving away.
Definitely should hopefully free him up a little bit. I mean, it was a little bit thicker than you would traditionally want to see it, so it means he's rolling the ball. And
Heidi threw the turkey going
So-
into 10.
So
that should wrap it up there.
she will need to hit a pin on any of her next 3 balls if Diane throws a strike. Or strikes out, if my math is right.
Daryl's telling us that match is over with that strike, but
Okay.
Brad's telling us something different, so I
We'll
don't
just
know.
have to wait and see.
We're going to see what happens, but it's pretty
Stay
much a sure
tuned.
thing at this point. So, and Diane throws the split, so that match is definitely over. So Heidi's going to be moving on to face.
It's Jenna Lamoureux.
No, we have one more before that.
No, isn't it? That was the 2 seeds.
Oh, yeah.
So
Face and Jenna.
teammates playing
An
each other.
Edmonton player
and
is
the rookie as the
making it.
1 seed.
Yeah, Heidi's walking
So,
up the.
So Jenna's going to get choice on that one against her teammate Heidi.
Yeah, and
The veteran versus the rookie.
Yeah.
Oh, battle for the ages.
Jenna won the Edmonton trials too.
She did win the Edmonton
So
trials this year after coming back from.
COVID qualifying and never getting her true rookie
Yeah.
year.
Oh, we're going to make up for that this year.
I would expect nothing less from the Edmonton contingent.
Diane finishing out. She cleaned up
Sure.
her split. She's going to go
Still a great showing for her. I mean,
100%.
for as long as she's been around and still competing with everybody.
I
and
mean,
showing
anytime
yeah.
you can make a top 5 stepladder in Alberta, you are showing that you.
And you're playing Diane.
Yeah, that's always a feather in the hat too.
Adam
Yeah.
throws the double
Double.
for 7-8, and that's going to start to get him
That's-
walking away here.
So he'll 42, 45,
So-
72 without 72 and 7 if he throws the strike and 9, and the 30 count. So he needs a mark here, and that basically forces Parker to get to 11.
Yeah. Diane punched in 10, so she's going to max out at a
215.
maximum of 215.
Yeah.
And as that match is coming to a close, we've been told all of the finals will be streaming on the 5-Pin Universe
Correct.
Facebook page as well as YouTube. So if you're looking to see how this all finishes out today, make sure you hop over to those streams and we'll keep you entertained there.
We'll definitely keep you entertained.
Always. I'm nothing but entertaining.
So 210
So-
finish for Diane.
We'll see what Heidi can do.
Oh, Adam
Oh, that
with
was
a big
Big
triple
strike
there.
for Adam.
Yeah.
You could tell he knew that was a huge shot too. He gave that a
Yeah.
little extra.
And he's got Lynn there behind him. Lynn
Yeah.
knows every single score that's going on.
Well, so
He
does
knows
Adam,
every
of
score
course.
since
Of
about
course, yeah.
73. So
They're both mathing right now. I'm watching.
So knowing Heidi, she's going to want to finish this game out strong just to keep those good feels going into the next game.
yeah. Solid corner there.
Nice big reach she's got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corner for
Spare.
Parker.
So he'll have 76 and 45 for
So Parker's going to be able to
22,
max out.
20,
Come on, math
21.
guy. Here we go.
221 out.
221 max for Parker. And
Oh,
Adam's
And
already
that
sitting
is
at a
gonna
202 without
do
the
it all.
count.
'Cause
So-
he's
Yeah,
got
two.
With that missed spare, we're going to have,
159. Weber just needs to hit a pin with his next ball.
Yeah.
once Weber throws this next shot, it will be an Adam Weber from Edmonton, Calgary's Derek Holm in the final. Looking to go to
And
nationals.
if
in
I'm
Newfoundland.
correct, as a 85 tournament liaison,
Oh,
the
Oh,
first
that's going to be a
the
beer
first place bowler has
Double
to be beat
double
twice. Correct. Yes.
double
Yes.
life.
Double life. Yeah.
So
Oh,
how?
you can see Parker's
Oh,
rattled
You
a
can
little
just
bit.
see
Definitely
he's-
tell
he knew he was over.
Yeah.
game game over and just getting it out of the way quick.
Yeah.
338 finish for Heidi. That's a good game.
She's got to feel confident going into the finals with the way
For
she
sure.
shot the entire stepladder today.
For sure.
So
she's been
gone, what,
unreal.
280, 280, 330.
Yeah.
So as the rookie Jenna, how would you be feeling? She's been watching her teammate because she's obviously wanting to cheer on her teammate and be there for her, but knowing that she's been so solid all day, and then also, wow,
Tallest
Victor
guy here decides to stand right in front of us.
But then
And
also
giggling
seeing
away.
how Heidi shot all through this stepladder, how would you feel Jenna coming in as the rookie?
I definitely would. I mean, she's been in this position. It's not like Jenna's not like the typical rookie.
No,
I would
she's
say.
not. She's like a
Jenna's
Tyler rookie. They have so much national experience. They have so much.
I mean, it's different in the fact that it's an adult rank tournament, but I think that their experience.
Do you think that the
them.
fact that she's playing someone from Edmonton as opposed to one of the other zones is going to be a little bit of a factor?
Maybe, but having Dexter behind her is definitely going to help, because the one thing with Dexter is you can never take it too seriously.
Or is it it's Sunday night match play?
I play this person a million times.
They play each other every week.
Every other week.
All right, so as Adam's getting ready to throw his last ball, which will probably take 5 minutes, we are going to get ourselves switched over to the other feed so everyone can join us for the finals on the 5-Pin Universe feed on Facebook and on YouTube.
Uh, 96, sorry.
And we're back. We're back. Thanks for joining us at the 5-Pin Universe side of the live feed.
So we have the ladies final coming at you. We have Heidi Mapstone, who's run the stepladder all the way up and is taking on Jenna Lamoureux, both from Edmonton.
Our quick maths in the break said Heidi shot 1,003 for her first 3 games of the
Wow.
stepladder.
Fifth seed, correct?
Unreal.
Fifth
Fourth
seed?
seed, I
She was
think.
4th seed.
4th seed, right. She played Megan, who is the 5th seed.
Megan Clark,
yeah.
and then Bonnie McDonald, and then Diane Violini.
And
So Heidi's got Gord down in the pit with her.
Father-in-law.
Her father-in-law, so that's got to keep her calm. He's coached her for years.
Yes,
I think they were on a mixed team together, too.
I
at
think they
least
were on a
once.
mixed team together, yeah. And then Jenna is playing down there with Dexter Wiseman as her coach. It's good to keep her calm a little bit. I know he was over with her while she was on the practice lanes, just trying to keep her mind off things.
Dex is one of those guys, the way he likes to play is that little chattiness, where you keep it light and that. So I think that'll be good
about
for her.
every single shot all the time.
For
Good
sure.
spare for Heidi. Like we were saying earlier, Jenna will have to be beat twice.
That's right. So if Heidi wins the first match, they will play again. But
Correct.
if Jenna plays and wins the first match, it
It's
is
over.
over. Jenna will be on her way to Newfoundland.
So what do you guys think about having this done before the team event?
I love it.
There's a lot of discussion online I saw of this.
I think it's good.
I think so too.
I played, like my first few years of the Open, I played when we had to sit and wait on the end side for the singles stepladder. And I just think that this allows the people who are in singles, they can get it out of the way, they know 100%, and then they can focus on team. And they don't have that in the back of their head.
They haven't fought their way through the team event to try and fight through the now singles.
Yeah, after bowling 10 games of qualifying for singles, and then 20 games or 15 games or whatever it is over the week.
Yeah.
And then to have to then play stepladder for singles, that's a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I also think you see the crowd a little bit more engaged at this point too. Like you don't have all the burnout from the weekend.
You don't have, exactly.
Yeah, and people kind of make a point to, I mean, you look around, people made a point to come out a little early to watch this.
There's definitely a crowd from pretty much every zone out here.
Yes. Yeah.
I know a lot of the Edmonton ones like me had to work today, but we got here as soon as we could.
Yes.
Made it here for stepladder, so Heidi had a head pin in 2.
Yeah, so slow start, but definitely not a terrible start.
Oh,
and
big
strike.
Jenna had a big squeeze to get that strike in 2. Throwing shots like that just make you feel more confident.
Yeah, you start seeing that.
You
Generally, you loosen up.
Yeah.
I know a couple people who get tight when they see that because they're like, oh, I'm getting thick, oh, I'm getting thick.
No.
But I think Jenna's one that sees that and
Goes,
gets looser and
I'm getting
looser
looser.
and
It's going to work for me. I just have to throw my shot.
Yeah.
100%.
And both bowlers, I tell people to try and throw the ball like Jenna's super simple and Heidi's timing is impeccable.
Yeah. There's not a lot that can go wrong in those.
That big reach too, I keep saying it, but Heidi's got that just like a Net Campbell, that big
a Net Campbell or a Beth Magnus.
Yeah.
Really exaggerate getting through the shot.
Yeah.
And couldn't ask for a better start as a 19-year-old in the 1 seed.
She's looking excited down there.
Big smiles down there.
Big smiles.
It's exciting to see because she lost a chance to go to her last YBC Nationals too with
Yeah,
COVID. So this would be a big redeem
She's
for
lost
her.
a couple things like that. Oh, and Heidi's a little tight, throws a 7.
Gord giving her little words of wisdom there, I can see.
Yeah.
So as we were looking on the break, Brad and I were checking out the trophy, and we noticed that Heidi has not yet been our Alberta single representative at Nationals. So
Which is hard to believe because I feel like she's done just about everything else.
I feel that as well.
She almost won Red Deer too, the big
she did.
traditional down
she
there.
came second, I think, at the cash tournament there.
Yeah, to Derek Gall.
To Derek Gall, yeah.
Yeah, when you hear her name, you're just like, oh, she's been there, done that. But
she's on the ladies team almost every year she plays, I'd say
100%. Every time I've been to Nationals, she's been on my team with me. So
I've played ladies as well with her.
Big cleanup from Heidi. So even though she's off to a slower start, it's not unlike her to just now
I was going to say,
run a 7-bagger and come back
Heidi's
at
a person you know can throw a million strikes at any moment.
Well, and I do believe she came in the Pro League and threw some strikes a couple weeks ago.
The week that I was commentating, she started out the game not that great. Came off after the commercial break and basically struck out the last
after that
half.
pull was done and, take that pressure off, and there she was, right?
It definitely looks tentative from her right now, though. She definitely is
just
thinking
playing
about
a little
something
bit nervous.
that isn't as productive as
She
it was.
needs to go back to that 1,003.
Yeah.
The 1,003 is the way to play it.
those don't lose very frequently.
No, those don't. Those are hard to beat.
That's got a chance to get it.
Oh, just tickles the middle.
That doesn't happen very often. Is Heidi missing?
No.
Like watching her again in the Pro League.
Yeah, generally when she's not scoring, it's because she's punching, not because she's missing.
Yeah.
Definitely make the spare back here and then take a mental reset on the couple of seconds or minutes you get to.
Yeah.
That looked a little bit better.
Oh, punches out the
in
middle.
an unfortunate spot.
So after a head pin in 2 and the split in 3 and then punching out the middle in 4, I got to be thinking she's going to make some kind of adjustment.
You'd have to.
Especially knowing that this is a do or die match. Like she doesn't have the luxury of a double knockout like Jenna does.
If it was me, I'd probably make a pretty aggressive move, like 4 or 5 boards in a direction, just to really clear your mind out of it, because then all you can think about, basically, resets everything.
Try it, huck and hope, and then see what happens.
Yeah.
On storylines on the other
Maybe that's why we're not.
I was going to say, we're all standing back here, so what do we do?
We're on the microphone, and maybe that's why.
Hey,
but
I didn't even try. For the record, I wasn't there.
You had slightly more important things going on.
Yeah. The plan was for Mark to play that weekend, but we had other plans.
Big 4-bagger from Jenna. So
a storyline on that side would be, I believe Jenna would be the first 19-year-old to win since Jen Marshall won in.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'd
we
be
have the year.
amiss.
We
We'd
have
be
the
amiss to say hand bone.
Oh,
A hand bone
bone.
from Jenna. Let's see if she can get the Yahtzee. I know Daryl loves that. Michaela over here rolling the dice. She's rolling them.
Better than. Yeah.
It does.
Not on camera. Oop.
Oh.
Oh, and a little bit of a slip from Jenna there.
Yeah, that was definitely quick from step one.
Yeah.
No Yahtzee for us.
But she's got to feel comfortable. She's got quite a big lead going into the second half of this game with Heidi opening the last 3 frames.
Spare
and
you're up.
knowing that she has that buffer game as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
big spare there.
Spare, and she's up 90 pins with 6 frames to go and is guaranteed a mark already.
Yeah.
You can see her. She came off the lane, just took a big deep breath as she was walking off, like, okay, that was dumb.
Yeah.
But now I got this. It's
Mulligan. No mulligans in bowling. Unfortunately.
Not at this level, unfortunately.
Oh, she needs the mascot.
Nope.
Oh,
She needs
there she
something.
gone. Off on an adventure.
Taking a walk.
Interesting time to take a walk.
Yeah.
But all right.
Oh. And then Heidi finally throws a good one and gets
Tapped on the corner.
an
I mean, a spare here.
unjust reward. I mean, the spare here keeps it within striking distance. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to be thinking now double.
For sure.
Double
And
with
you
your
know,
next
like,
2.
You have to be thinking that, you could throw the second half the way Jenna threw the first half, and Jenna could run into the problems, and then it's a whole different ballgame,
Yeah.
right?
I mean,
So at this point, with Heidi's experience, I'm sure she's not thinking she's out of it, but
no. And I mean, like, as a guy who likes to watch scores when I play, I'm always doing 20, like, double 25, double chop kind of thing.
Yeah.
At this level, because you got to assume everybody's going to has the potential to throw a double, and then a chop isn't out of the question. So, let's see.
Jenna's staying pretty loose in the pit over there, and a miss from Heidi. Do you think she's watching the score a little bit too much?
I don't know if it's the score or the situation, because she might not necessarily, well, she probably knows where she's at in the match, but at the same token, the situation of I might finally have the chance to go as a single, which is the
Putting
one
the
tick
pressure
on
on
Yeah,
herself.
that, that
it's not that
bucket
she's
list
down
opportunity.
Right.
the 70 pins.
Oh,
It's I'm down a chance to go finally.
yeah.
And now it looks like it's a little bit panicky, like she's missing
Yeah.
left, she's missing right.
She's not grounded and centered in her shot.
And in this situation, this is where I'd almost say Heidi, go take a walk.
Yeah,
like Jenna
yeah,
just
go
did.
take a
Remove
moment, take a
yourself a little
breath. Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Like go do
Take a
something,
moment.
distract yourself.
yeah. Reset.
I mean, she's going to have a possible 280, so I mean, that still makes Jenna need a couple marks in
For
there,
sure.
but it's
It's
coming from behind at this point now. You're
right.
Oh, Jenna.
Wow.
with the-
Jenna throws a big count on her
Yeah.
spare in
yeah,
5.
good 28 count. It's not going to hurt. Definitely cover the spare and just stay solid.
Oh, she
All
knew that.
over it.
Turned around halfway down the lane.
Her spare game at Bonnie Doon has definitely come a long way from the beginning of Pro League, where it was, we'll
I
phrase it
remember
as
that.
questionable.
I remember that one, a Pro League, where Jenna was having.
Yeah, the dots here are further up on the approach than just about every other center I've ever been to. So it was just a little bit of a line thing. She didn't quite have the same angle.
Oh,
Ooh.
push
And the
for
head pin
Jenna.
in 7.
I mean, it's not a lot of life, but it's going to breathe a little bit of life
I
into
mean, the
Heidi.
door's unlocked.
Yeah, it's
The door's unlocked now.
there is a crack.
It's creeping open. Heidi just needs to be aggressive in her shot and
Yeah.
take advantage.
I mean, I've said it basically the entire game, but go up and throw a double here and see what happens, make her start to think about it a little bit, because at some point you got to imagine that's going to jump into Jenna's mind. And 10 for 213 and 7. So Jenna's going to have 240 or 348 potential.
Heidi's going to need to do something here, I do believe.
Definitely can't afford another open in my mind.
No.
Like maybe 2 spares and 3 strikes minimum.
Yeah.
And that's 3 in a row.
I'm going to call she's going to need more than 2 spares, 3 strikes.
I'm going to say a couple strikes would be ideal.
I'm going to say 1
More
spare.
ideal.
1 spare and 4 strikes?
Yeah.
She needs a strike here, bottom line.
It's coming.
Yeah. It's do or
if
die.
If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Heidi.
Heck
yeah. That's got a chance.
Come on.
Oh, and
she
the big
gets
late
it.
push. And they say Bonnie Doon favors the hard throwers.
Exactly.
Have you seen her muscles? She is a hard thrower.
Yep. And one more.
Oh, and then the punch and not 8.
So she's going to have 125. Best she could probably have, barring like a spare or a 7 count or an 8 count, is going to be 150.
And Jenna can get another 135, so she can get up to a 348.
Yeah, and putting it through the hole. So now she's 230. She's 230 max, or 225. Or sorry, why am I bad at math?
So now if she gets up to 130,
220 max.
So 220 max, yeah.
So Jenna just needs one
good
semi-relative good shot that gets more than 1 pin down and call it good. And
so
it's still a hell of a run from Heidi, though.
Oh, 100%.
Like to squeeze into the step ladder, because I mean she still shot 260 her last game to keep herself in there, but I think she doubled in 10 for it. So did her job, played an amazing first 3 games, and unfortunately,
she's got to be proud of herself for how she played today.
Yeah.
And feeling pretty confident going into tomorrow.
That will do it.
And
the
that will do it.
19-year-old, or I guess she's 21 now. I don't know. COVID's throwing my years off.
Yeah, we missed a couple of years.
2000, so 21.
Her dad's
turning
over
22.
there. Go ask him.
I don't know if
22. She'll be 22.
22. Turning 22. I guess.
She was born in 2000. Now that makes me feel old.
How about the fact that kids in 2001 were playing the Open this
year?
Yeah,
that's even worse. I won't even say when I graduated high school. We don't need to talk about this.
Yeah,
Next,
fair.
new subject.
New subject.
You're old enough to have a kid.
Almost got another one.
Great to see for Jenna, though. It's
definitely
real
yes.
exciting.
Yeah, she definitely
a nice
deserves
way
it.
to start off your first Open Provincials.
100%. She's going to be a great person to represent us at
She will
Nationals in Newfoundland.
Yep.
Be a mainstay for many years.
Oh, yeah. You're going to see her on Open teams at Edmonton.
Yeah,
As long as she keeps trying out.
Yeah. You got to imagine if she ever plays the Masters consistently, that's going to be
the next one she dominates at.
Nope.
I was wondering who was standing there giving her high fives. It's Jen Baker. And I'm having trouble because I'm not recognizing her in black.
It's a little different.
It's
I mean, she'd
strange.
still be in black this year from Edmonton.
True.
It's so odd when people like change zones. Like
Yeah.
even when Christine and Brett Wren changed
Yeah.
zones and we had to watch them play in
Yeah.
orange, and I'm like,
wait,
who are
what is
you?
that?
What's going on?
Yeah,
You
that was
belong
definitely
in
before my
green.
time. But
yeah, that was before your time.
yeah.
But
It's long before me.
a nice spare from Heidi. It'd be nice to see her finish this game out strong,
Yeah,
just to give her a little bit of confidence
finish
going
on a
into
high
tomorrow.
note.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Not feel so down. That game. and a big
automatic.
kickback for that strong one again.
And she did where was that?
Yeah.
Look.
Silly game.
It's so much easier when like the match is over and it's just freewheeling.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's how I can throw strikes.
Only her second strike of the game.
Yeah.
One more?
So close. Jenna
Truthfully,
looks
that's
like
quite.
she's holding back the tears.
Yeah, her face was getting a
Her
little
face
flushed
is getting
there.
red and she's
Yeah.
getting a little,
Yeah.
little flustered, but she's still got to throw 10.
Quite the collection of ladies she's got behind her watching, though, and Jen
Yes.
Baker, Shauna Puri-Lene,
Yeah.
and Holly Harris.
100%.
Quite the crowd to do it in front of.
Definitely. Her mom and dad are both here, of course.
Yeah,
cheering her
they're
on. And
out
lucky,
there.
because I did hear Barb does have to get surgery later this week, so she won't be around
Oh,
later
so
in
that's,
the week. So lucky
that's
was,
exciting then,
yeah.
too.
Those are going to be two proud parents.
Definitely.
I remember how proud they were. I was hugging Jenna when she won the qualifying, and her mom looked at me and went, "Can I have a turn hugging her?" I said, "I'm not done yet."
Yeah, okay.
As Jenna was crying and her mom was crying. It was just such a moment for everyone. Oh, there's
And
the
a good
smiles.
game too, yeah, yeah.
So a 278 for Jenna, moving on to Newfoundland, to Heidi's 185. And coming up next, we have the men's final of Derek Holm from Calgary, our first seed.
Average
playing
316 for the 10 games.
316 for the 10-game qualifier, and he's going to be playing Adam Weber from Edmonton.
And defending champion.
Defending champion. That's going to be a good match, too.
We'll let them get set up, and we'll be right back here. Okay, we're
Alright.
back.
Quick turnarounds here. They were also warming up down at the end, so helps with pace of play.
I don't think pace of play is going to be something that
I mean, it's about
gonna
to
be
go
helped
from
during
about
this match over
2.5
here.
second setup to 2.5 minute setup.
Oh, our favorite wall is back. Victor Faubert, just stand in front of us. I don't need a chair.
Always being nice now.
I have a perfect window as long as you don't stand in front of it.
Don't take a step left.
All right, we've got Adam and Derek. So Derek was our highest seed, like we were saying. Huge 316.
Yeah, he had
average.
some really high games in there. A 368, a 383, 353.
I mean, his low games were
He had
sandwiched.
two 240s and
Yeah.
then nothing under 298 in between.
A
games
243
2
and a 248, and everything else was 299 and above.
That's crazy. Crazy.
7 300s out of 10-game qualifying shift.
Now I'm curious if Derek Holm has made it before. Adam Weber
Yes.
obviously has.
Derek Holm has made it once, I believe, and finished second at Nationals.
Right, okay.
So he's probably looking for
he
redemption.
has a bit of that second place
Yeah, he's got that second place
thing going
Oregon.
on.
He
Yeah.
was what, second back-to-back at the TPC?
Yes, yeah. He's had
But-
lots of seconds, I think.
But he's definitely a guy who can get it done, and this house is going to
Help him.
not hurt him any, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. And again, he has that double life too, so
Yeah.
Adam will have to beat him twice.
I'm sure Adam's exhilarated because he started with a chop spare, which is not his favorite spare.
Computer didn't want to give it to him again.
Definitely contrasting styles from the last match we saw, though. We got two ladies who were a little bit
With
smoother and finesse, and these guys are going to show you the power side of the game and put as much on it with as much rotation as they possibly can.
Yeah, you have Adam Weber over there throwing the ball 51 kilometers an hour on that spare shot.
And Derek's probably going to throw this at about 55. Ooh.
And how
Not
nothing
been
touched that
there.
pin
Oh, it was only
amazes
52.
me. So they're pretty equal in speed, 51, 52. That was an absolute bomb, though,
Yeah,
leaving that corner.
I think he's going to try and throw that one again and just assume he's not going to have that kind of pin
Oh,
action.
for sure. So Adam Weber down there has Lynn Howell, who's been a longtime coach of his in the pit with him as a coach. Do you see who Derek Holm has down there with him?
I actually don't see anybody.
Neither do I.
I just see Lynn down there. So it is bowler's choice, so they can select any level 2 or sport coach They want that it was present.
Oh, Katie's on the chair now. She's
I'm
getting
looking to see
serious.
if Derek has a coach down there with him.
Derek's got Daryl Bradley, but he's not in the
okay.
pit because he is not certified as a competitive coach yet.
Okay.
He did just do his competitive coach. I know that. So
in the process of.
he's just sitting back, but encouraging.
So he's out
him
of the
from
pit,
afar.
but
Yeah.
there is just a friendly face to help if needed.
Yes, and I do believe he was there when he won last time.
That
he was down in
sounds
the bottom.
vaguely familiar to me, yeah, from the stories I've heard. Uncharacteristic corner miss from Derek, too.
For sure. But able to capitalize and put the strike on it, come back from it.
Yeah, and I mean,
I don't think that's going to hurt him too much in the grand scheme of a 10-frame game. But
he's a guy who's going to throw a million strikes, and in 420s don't lose a lot of games.
True. I'd gladly throw 420 every day.
Yeah, they don't hurt. Other interesting difference between these two is Weber is a very target-orientated bowler. Just picks his target, feels the shot up, and then uses that as his direction, whereas Derek Holm, I believe, is much more feel-orientated. Doesn't necessarily have a spot on the lane, but picks an area and just feels like he's throwing towards it.
Yeah. So Adam puts the strike on that chop spare.
Definitely working in a slide for Weber. It's one of the things that he is definitely dependent on, is having a good slide to be able to get through his shot.
Yeah.
He's a guy who will, if he falls out of a shot, generally doesn't get away with it.
This match is going to take quite a bit longer than the ladies' final did.
Yeah.
And a big shot from Adam.
Double.
Yeah. Weber just seems to find a way with the open to get there. Like, I've seen him down and out a couple times and happen to get there, and you're like, how does this happen? And
I mean, Weber finds a way to get there no matter what the tournament is.
True.
I mean, how many cash tournament cuts has he made? Masters teams has he made?
Yeah.
Open teams, open singles. His resume is a mile long.
Yeah.
True. I mean, I think he's the only back-to-back man to ever win the Edmonton Zone Trials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
threw a 450
nowadays,
in one of them too.
Yeah, he had an 1170 triple or something in that. It was silly.
Took
Jumped
down.
from like 9th to 1st by accident. I fixed it at the end.
And we have a
Jenna's
correction from
21.
Jenna herself. She
Can
is not
confirm
19.
21.
We can confirm now she is 21. And
We
going
missed
strong.
2 years.
That's the end of my stats day.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
and
years
wraps it
all
around
blend
for the
together.
15.
Derek with another 15 there, yeah. Stretching it out a little bit.
I think somebody needs into it.
Oh, just pull it off. You can pull it off.
Sorry, just having some
technical difficulties
on
over
this
here.
end.
Oh, and a big strike.
Definitely got 29 dialed in for Derek.
Yeah. Now he just needs to figure out 30. So going back to what we talked about with Parker and how Parker from Calgary and Adam Weber used to be from Calgary, do you think that's coming into play a little bit with Derek as well? Like, they probably were teammates quite a few times.
I was going to say, I think for these ones it's a little bit different because they're closer in age. They would have been
Played
on open
on
teams
together.
probably open teams at some, or masters teams too.
And competed against each other in qualifyings and in tournaments many times, whereas Parker would have been too young to really play against Weber.
So I think it's a different aura, but it's still going to be like, this is a guy they're really familiar with and have an understanding of what they're getting into.
For sure.
Both are probably going to have a ton of respect for each other, though. Like, both have proven they can win at any level.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is
Oh, and a miss from Adam.
a very uncharacteristic outside 3-pin miss.
One might say almost a 2-pin. Maybe not quite that far.
Imagine
not
that.
quite that outside.
Not that far
This
outside, but
place would go wild.
Could
that
you
would be a
imagine?
lot of
imagine.
beer at
Oh
the
my goodness.
hotel.
Oh, yeah.
He'd owe the contingent around for sure.
if not half the bowling alley. And comes back with the spares, so no big damage. 95 after 3 is never bad.
Brad, someone commented when you said vintage Weber in his last match. Vintage Weber, he's too young for anything to be vintage. Wrong.
I mean, you could have vintage 2019 wine.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And vintage sounds a lot better than customary.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or the old.
That too. He likes to make you think he's old.
Yeah.
Older than some, but younger than most.
I'm no longer the young guy. I don't know if that's exciting or not, but I'm no longer the young guy.
My team told me that I was on the old half of the team this year. I didn't like that very much.
Or as my brother Tyler would say, you were born in the 1900s, so...
Yeah, get real. The 1900s.
Let's go. So Weber stepped off as the bell system at Bonnie Doon that we talked about was going off for the league that's currently going on, so they could run a tangle. He is not exactly keen on throwing with distractions like that, so he'll take his second.
Especially when it's for something so big, so.
So he will step off, reset, and go through his entire pre-shot routine again.
And he's back on the lane.
Oh, big strike.
There it is.
I mean, it seems like it was a pretty good reset.
Yeah. Sometimes it works out.
Sometimes it works out.
Effective use of the ball.
Yeah. Makes it look like he knew what he was doing there.
For sure.
That always kills me when I do that. I step off and I'm like, it didn't feel right. And then you walk up and pick or something and you're like, you should have just thrown it anyways. For Derek to try and put 2 in a row here.
You know, after throwing so well all day, it would be tough to see him.
Yeah, to probably come close to, if not break the 10-game scoring record for this provincial 10 games.
I'd be curious.
Got to be close.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, at least he's got double life, but yeah, it'd be tough to watch. I mean, that last shot had a ton of confidence. He got it out a little bit further, so I think he's slowly dialed it back in. He had the biggest weight of them all, so there's going to be a little bit of feeling and working things out. That's
big 3 for
the big rebound he was looking for. Keeps it within 25.
So he has 104 to Weber's 125. Henry, you're right. You are old. We'll see what happens with your bowling game.
Ooh. And that is a open, most likely, coming from Adam.
I was wondering who piped in about being old and then looked at who it was.
Looked at who it was.
He's always talking about his senior masters unveil in a couple of years.
True. He was looking for the dates the other day at bowling of how old he had to be.
He takes a side, 115.5 for Weber, topping out at 165.6. Argument to be said, he's maybe a little bit behind now.
But the game is far from over.
165.6, so he'll have a potential for 345 coming home. Is Weber taking 2 resets of frame? I don't know. I just happened to. I thought I saw him walk around and take a reset, and then he reset again. I mean, if it works clearly. I'm not taking away from that. I was just an observation.
I was curious about that too. Now I thought I only saw one, but I also was.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Zoning out while. Yeah,
there it
strike
is.
there. Yeah. Strike in 7 for Adam Weber.
Definitely everything he's put on the side has basically looked like no doubt.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
One.
And a punch on his hand bone attempt.
Just to keep everything that little bit more interesting.
So that has 137 and 5 for Derek with 150 and 5 for Adam. So
a kick there would have been exciting.
Yeah, the spare would have been entertaining.
The crowd would have gone wild.
So he's down 1 plus 2 balls.
it would have been loud here in the basement at Bonnie Doon Shopping Center.
Because it's quiet upstairs. So 179 for Derek and 7.
So 324.
And
No,
Weber
sorry,
at 180
314.
without a count.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, if Adam wins this match, he will have to play Derek again. Derek has the top seed, so he will have to have 2 losses.
Wow.
To be beat.
Weird.
That is an unexpected chop.
Everything came forward instead of to the side.
I almost thought when the head pin came back it was going to carry the 3 pin. Did you see that every once in a while here?
Yeah. More often than not, you see that here.
Especially at his ball speed. Oh, and misses the spare too.
Not a chopped cherry, though.
No t-shirts for you.
No shirt for you.
No shirt for you, Derek Holm.
Tie game now.
It's clean.
But that keeps things pretty interesting going into 9-10.
Yeah. I mean, Adam Weber goes up here, throws a double, gives him a bit of a cushion, but it's definitely not over by any stretch of the imagination.
No. He'll wait till this bell stops again as well.
Definitely. No chance he is throwing a ball before that's off.
No.
Can say it was only 1 reset this time.
1. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay. I don't know if there's a rule for
I don't
extra
think there is.
resets.
I know in
don't
10
think so.
pin they have a rule about
Yeah.
that, but we don't in 5 pin.
I don't believe we do either. No. Adam with the double.
Very big double.
That's really going to put the pressure on Derek coming into the last couple frames.
Yeah, so Derek's got 284 potential if he was to strike out. Like I said, Weber's got 345.
Yeah.
So this one here can put a little bit of a stranglehold on it.
And force us into game 2.
Game 2s are always exciting.
Game 2s are exciting.
And they're almost never blowouts. They're always like sit on the edge of your seat and you're like,
Luckily, we're not going too late tonight for those bowling tomorrow as well, which starts our team event starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, bright and early.
yay for first game buys.
Yeah,
Ladies
yeah.
team
The
doesn't
Edmonton men's
have-
team have a bye in the morning.
We have first game by third day, Saturday.
Nice.
is the first
That's
game
nice.
by, so
Be
that'll be
rested.
nice. Oh, and that one just has a splitter.
Yeah, that's kind of like the old school. You watch 5 pin on YouTube with the free fall and you just see the 3 pins roll
Yeah.
out into the deuces. So Adam Weber's at 255 without throwing a ball. And a no-doubter from Derek Holm to keep the dreams alive for this game.
You know he's going to finish the game strong.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on Adam to make the finish.
He's a guy with no quit. He's not going to walk out of this.
No.
It's good to see him playing well again. He was kind of away for a while, I thought. I don't think I've played him at any. I've only played
You're
4
talking
open.
Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he had some health issues. I know that. He did have a heart attack last year, so it is impressive for him to be here.
Yeah.
He's doing great since then, but gave everyone a little bit of a scare there.
Looks back in fine form today.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Token for the kids.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, there was the carry 3
chop
pin
into
that I
the
was
3.
talking about.
Yeah.
So 267. So Weber will just need decent count on his first ball, and we'll be going to game 2.
Game 2.
Game 2.
It doesn't get any better than this, folks.
And that will do it.
We have a game 2 situation.
So as a 1 seed, would you change if you go first or second into game 2? Just to change it up? Or
I probably wouldn't, only because I always pick the same thing.
This is fair.
And I feel like if you're picking to finish first, it's because you like finishing first.
Yeah.
And if you're picking to finish last, it's because you want to know what you have to throw. I never want to know what I have to throw.
Which is fair. It's just like an interesting thing because they do technically have the choice, I believe. They don't
and I mean,
have
that's
to
a
commit.
Yahtzee for Adam Weber. Sorry, we did
A
miss the hand bone.
Neptune and the Yahtzee.
We owe you all a hand bone. We apologize.
Derek shot a really good game in there. He just had that unfortunate 7 in 7th and the chop that he wasn't able to spare in 8. But really, that could have been a massive game from him also.
A couple missed spares, and it's a whole different outlook on that game.
Yes.
And he was able to finish the game 9 and 10 with a really strong finish. So he's got to be feeling like he's fixed the little tweaks that needed to be made going into the next game.
He's definitely knows it's close. It's not like he's out there lost trying to find it again all of a sudden.
Right.
I was confused about which one because there's a lot of them here today.
I know.
All right, we're coming back for game 2.
Game 2.
Against Calgary's Derek Holm, Edmonton's Adam Weber. So now it is a make or break. Whoever wins this one is taking
all the marbles.
All the marbles. They're heading to Newfoundland with Jenna Lamoureux from Edmonton as the start of our Alberta contingent.
And I don't think that the singles play together as much as they do in Masters.
No,
it's different lane draw, right?
Yeah, it's similar to what we saw through the qualifying here. In that it's kind of random draw.
Yeah.
I think they even will mix men's and ladies at Nationals. I don't remember off the top of my head. But
yeah, because in Masters, they play together the whole time. Yeah.
Brett Hendrickson, Dexter threw a big goose egg today.
He didn't throw a single bad ball.
He didn't throw a single bad one, but he didn't throw a single good one either. One might say he's a has-been.
Stats are on the website.
Yeah, if you go to a5pba.com,
yeah,
or .ca.
Under provincials, it's probably right on the homepage there.
There'll be a link there. Too.
And to answer your question, looks like Derek chose to continue playing first?
Yes.
Is that what he picked last game?
No,
yes.
No, because Weber finished. So
they changed
so
it.
So he did change it. He did change it.
Strategy, maybe?
Yeah.
Superstition.
Hey, it didn't work the first time. Try something different.
Change tempo up a little bit. Weber's definitely looking to try and get off to the same, if not even a little bit better start than last game. And a thin one to start it. No worries with the power chop that way.
I just got a Snapchat saying we're at almost 100 viewers. So thank you for joining us, if you're joining us.
Appreciate it. I know there's lots of bowling going on across the country this weekend, so.
Thanks for choosing us.
Yeah, glad you could pick Alberta. Yeah. Hopefully there's a level of entertainment, if nothing else, in the commentary.
We're here to entertain.
Oh, big messenger from the heavens on that one.
Dirty one.
That's a good way to free the shoulders up a little bit.
Yeah. Give him a little bit of confidence going in.
It happens. Adam with a double to start.
This whole commentary thing is new to the Alberta Open. I think it's a good addition.
Yeah, we were. So we ran into some pre-COVID. The last provincial event we could host before COVID was Youth Challenge in Red Deer, and we had some connectivity issues. And I said, okay, we need to call Carrie in and Five Pin Universe. So Edmonton or Alberta, Alberta Five Pin has a contract with Five Pin Universe to do our live feeds for all of our events. It just takes that pressure off, honestly, myself.
The amateurs, I'm trying to piece it all together.
And using we were having issues before, using the host's internet.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I think this is I think we're going to see lots of viewership over the weekend as people start to hear that there's some commentary going. It's not just a live stream where you're just watching bowling.
Yeah.
Especially for the
we love that.
Yeah.
We still watch it, but.
Especially for the ones that don't necessarily understand the environment, though, in something like this in a team event.
Yes.
You can have an understanding now.
I've had a lot of friends with Pro League that have been watching that are not bowlers, and they just enjoy it because they like hearing what people have to say. And there's a good answer from Derek to have the strike in 3 on his spare.
That's definitely more what he was looking for.
Oh, for sure. You could tell that ball was just thrown so much smoother.
Super clean out of the hand.
We are not joking. Dexter Wiseman is bowling on the mixed team from Edmonton this year, so he did not make singles. Tim Wiseman did. He finished 9th in the qualifying, averaging 259.
Brett, it's hard to catch your sarcasm in the chat.
We're clarifying for everybody out there that's looking at it going.
For people who don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But we always love an opportunity to point out when Dexter
No Wiseman's on the Masters team either. That's the first in a very long time, I would say, or a while now. But
I was going to say a couple years.
Yeah.
2 rookies on it, though. Is it exciting?
Yeah.
Rylan
and Bobby
Willier.
Kite.
And playing here as well.
That'll be fun playing for that perfect game pot for $50,000.
There's a pretty decent perfect game pot going on here for this weekend as well. About roughly about $15,000. Yeah.
Won't be after I win it this weekend.
I said to Daryl, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a 400. The closest we got, I do believe, was a 389 by Megan Clark.
Yeah.
There's also 386
Weber spares up his
by
miss.
Jason Ives. 383, Derek Holm.
Newfoundland had a ton of 4s today.
Yeah, and that's kind of what made me surprised, too. I mean, you expect 400s at Bonnie Doon.
I think they're all going to come out during the team event.
Yeah.
You're going to see lots of 400s in the next 3 days.
Looks like Weber found something on the approach that wasn't to his liking. Or his heel.
Now, boys, be nice in the chat. Otherwise, we'll have to turn it off.
Oh, the brothers are fighting on the chat.
Nice word, boys. Nice words.
The grade 2 teacher is telling you to keep it
Can't
PG.
we all just get along?
And Weber's up and ready to go now.
How many zones does Alberta have? 5.
We've got the north, we've got the south, we've got Edmonton, Central, and
Also,
Calgary.
Brett, you've been blocked from being able to ask us questions for the next 5 minutes. The timer is on. Sorry to say.
You're in YouTube jail.
You're in timeout.
Weber comes back with a strike after his miss spare.
And Derek's up ready to put the double on the board.
Oh, Derek fell right out of his shot there.
And almost lucked out to get the chop.
Real quick there. Looked like he was pretty quick on the approach.
Yeah, and it doesn't help here with the approaches being as fast as they are. It's really easy to overslide.
Yeah.
Don't make us block you too, Robert.
And Derek with the clean. So it'll be 72 and 3, 87 and 4 to Weber's 95 plus a strike and 4.
So Weber has an opportunity to take a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, definitely going to be
but
up. But
there's also a lot of game left to play, and either one can go on a run.
Yeah. I think both of them traditionally play a lot of anchor on team situations, so they're not scared to know they need to throw a lot of strikes.
No.
And
And both of them have been in big pressure
Derek
situations multiple times.
And if Derek keeps throwing that kind of shot, he's not going to have to worry about much.
No.
That will carry 99 out of 100. Weber settling in here. Ooh.
The split.
And that keeps everybody honest. Definitely a more makeable one here
Oh,
again.
we have a game going, guys. This is why I love that second game in the finals, the double knockout. Like you said, it's never somebody walking away with it on that game too.
Nope. Covers the side. 28 count on the strike to get to 123. Get to 138 and 5.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. So this cleanup will give him 138 in
And
5.
if Derek was to go up and throw 2 strikes here, he'd be at 142. So we're well within striking distance both ways.
So Adam goes and grabs that rosin bag, is that what it's called? Talk to me about that.
He says that he finds his hands get really clammy. So the rosin dries it out a little bit so he can get a little bit more of a consistent grip at the very least. Maybe not perfect grip, but more consistent.
Some bowlers will play with the wet cloth. It kind of does the same thing.
Yes,
where they
which I
can
do.
the damp cloth to be able to just kind of dry things out, like counterproductive, but dry things out a little bit to hold the ball a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely said you were a husband.
Oh, and he chops it out from behind.
There's the Bonnie Doon strikes we love. Makes the game interesting. As long as you're the one getting them.
Yeah.
Love to see it, hate to watch it.
Hey, yeah, I love to see it when I'm throwing it. I hate when my opponent's doing it, but.
Strikes like that 20 years ago.
Kevin Holdsworth's telling us that he got these strikes 20 to 30 years ago.
Everyone
yeah.
stats to prove it.
There's a trophy to prove it right here. Oh.
Ooh.
Another 8 for Derek. A couple 8s this round. Adam got one.
Most of the splits have been on that lane in these two games.
Yep.
Oh, does he get there?
Oh,
wow.
The crowd was going wild.
That would have been the wildest.
That's an interesting count there. So then he gets a 12 count
So
instead
only
of the
loses a pinning count. So
don't see that very often. 8-4. 8-4-3.
Cleans it
8-4-3.
up.
I wonder if JB's put that into his formula for stats yet. We'll have to ask him. 8-4-3. Derek's been all over the middle this game, just having a little bit tight and getting some punches
Almost
in
every
there.
other frame.
Not having that smooth delivery consistently.
And reset. That's a difference that we saw from when Adam Weber did that. He came all the way back off the approach. Derek taking a little bit quicker of an approach.
Oh, that one
And another
barely
punch.
even made
7.
a sound as it hit the lane there.
I wonder if he's thinking now, like, I should have just stepped off the lane.
Oh, for sure he is.
Totally. It definitely looks like he's fighting to get it out of his hand the same way. Like sometimes it's out, maybe only like 5-6 inches, and then the next one's right at his foot.
I'm
and then the
curious
next
if he
one's
was
back.
warming up in between. Like after that last game was done, was he warming up the whole time or?
In
Like,
between the one, like,
Yeah.
The 2-3 match?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was throwing up down there,
He
and then he
was-
was throwing again while
Yeah.
the ladies played their check.
Okay.
yeah, he was down there with Jenna practicing, and he
Right.
was kind of throwing some shots, coming back, throwing some shots, coming back.
Definitely is no freight trains right now. Kind of back and forth.
Well, that was a big chuck
that's
from Adam there.
Got that one out on the lane
Yeah.
a little bit more and got away with it. I don't think he's going to be complaining about that too much. Pick the corner and no harm, no foul out of it.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt him to have the spare there. I'm not going to lie, I was kind of expecting to see like 290 to
I know.
I mean,
300 this
Not
game.
these barn burners.
Nothing's really like making a move here, but
Shows you everybody gets a little bit tight though, even
They
the
do.
best. Oh,
ooh, that's a big miss from Adam Weber.
that is not a shot you'd expect to see there.
No.
No.
And that, I mean, is that the difference between the 17-inch on center?
I think that would have
have
carried at an
yeah.
18-inch center.
I
I
think
think
it
because he
would've.
ran it off the back. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You can almost go all the way down the whole lane and not hit that corner pin sometimes.
So we've got a 37-pin game with 3 frames to go.
Ooh, things are getting spicy.
You know what? Thank you, Kelsey. She says that we're way better at commentating than the 5-pin you guys. Just saying.
Wow. This is so nice.
Yeah. See, a little estrogen and Brad.
Thanks. I can contribute.
I'll
He's
never
our
turn
math
down
guy.
an opportunity when someone's like, Katie, do you want to go on the mic?
Do you want to talk?
Sure.
I like
love
talking.
to.
Right, so it'd be interesting to see how Weber rebounds after the missparable.
He'll come back firing.
He doesn't have room for a 7-bagger.
Nope.
But he
That's a
can
strike.
start
That's a good
5.
rollout.
So now Derek's got to do something. He's got to start.
If
Yeah, he's
I-
running out of time here.
I was Derek, I'm thinking double 8-9. Double 8-9, and then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable.
Oh, big
Hey,
strike
that's the
for
right
Derek.
idea.
big fan base back here for both of them cheering.
The crowd has definitely thickened to watch this final.
Yes.
Might be a little bit of emotion from Derek if he carries this one, I think. Oh, no.
Oh.
That is a very troublesome spot for that to happen.
He's just been so tight this game.
That's 5
Third
picks?
seven. Third
7 and 5 picks?
Yeah.
Third 7, a split, a chop, and a head pin.
Going, I think, for one of the smaller house balls that you could find at Bonnie Doon, or maybe just one of them. I don't know how many are actually on that set.
I think he knows that that was not
what's it called? So
not
he's
ideal.
down a pin. So he's got 225 max. So Weber's
Already at 196, so a good
without
count
counting,
here is
and this
gonna-
ball is double.
Right.
Oh, that
squeezed out a
almost thought
corner.
about it. That's still big, though. That's 28 plus.
Yeah, because with that spare, that'll put him at 211 in 7.
Are you
in 8,
thinking
sorry.
about that last 7th frame, the R-2? Are you thinking about that right
He's
now?
pretty rock steady. I don't think he is, but we'll find out.
I don't think we're going to see him miss more than once.
No. And he answers that.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, at the Tour Finals one year, he did miss 3 single pins against Ty.
Oh, really?
Happened to win the match somehow, but he did miss 3 single pins. These people are... one ball here, and that will do it. Adam has won the singles
Men's
provincials.
Singles.
Edmonton,
So we have 2 Edmonton representatives taking us to nationals and starting that Alberta contingent.
Team Edmonton here.
That's Weber's 4th win in 5 provincials.
Oh,
wow.
That is
Dominatrix.
about as close to as it comes to domination as it gets in an event.
Yeah.
So
And
as we finish this,
I think the year he didn't win, he came second
I
too.
think so, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said anything about the 2nd place thing.
Wasn't.
I said Derek has a 2nd place.
I mean,
so
still exciting to see, and I mean, he's got nothing to hang his head about.
No,
to average
he's played
320
so well
almost
today.
for 10 games is about as good
And
as a
there's
day you
the
could
easy
ask.
strike.
Yeah, so he's probably going to go walk up, throw out absolutely 3
bombs
out of his hand.
So as we finish this men's match of our men's singles, just a reminder that we will have the live streams back on tomorrow morning at 8:30 to start the team events off.
And those will be both on 5-Pin Universe's page,
And
Facebook
Alberta
and YouTube.
5-Pin, right?
Yes, I believe so, and just Facebook for 5.
And Peggy, the women's was won by Jenna Lamoureux as well. She defeated Heidi in the final. And Adam Weber just defeated Derek Holm in the final as well. So both Edmonton bowlers heading to Newfoundland as the singles representatives. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks to all the commentators today, Katie and Bradley and everyone else that joined us. And we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Thank you.
One more big round of applause for our champion, Adam Weber. And also a round of applause for a fantastic day, 2 qualifying wins from Derek Holm. Thank you to all for coming out today. What a wonderful single session this was. I only know that the team's event is going to be just as good. That finishes off tonight. You know that the pub is open at the Rat